This podcast contains strong language, strong opinions, and a twisted sense of humor. Side effects of listening may include uncontrollable laughter, talking back to your speaker, and reevaluating all life choices. If you're still here, after all of that, welcome. You're our kind of people.
What's up?
Low testosterone.
Yeah. Speaking of testosterone, I'm taking some pills to build my testosterone.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So hell yeah.
That shit's gonna be crazy. You're gonna be fucking humping everything in your fucking way. Like a savage.
Like savage and be like
No,
a
but
fuck.
you really can't take a pill that will increase your testosterone. It just levels what you got, right?
No, you can take it. Yeah. They got it.
But that's testosterone therapy, not a pill. Because I didn't know they can get a pill, right?
They have pills.
Yeah.
You can
Plus,
take
there's natural testosterone boosters.
right.
Yeah, foods will do that too, though.
Yeah, food. Yeah. So I'm not eating all those type of foods.
But now, see, your pills though, if they came from Walmart and was less than 10, they might not be the right testosterone pills.
I think that was estrogen, not testosterone.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's why I got these fucking man boobs.
You ain't shaved in like 3 weeks.
No, hell no, man. Yeah, but it's always good. You know, our testosterone drop low.
It does.
When we get older. So my shit's probably a negative 15.
Yeah, I've tried it before. Like I've tried the pill before, but I just find the food. But
you're a chef, so you cook that type of shit.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I got to eat what my wife
It's not
cook.
even that. I mean, I get it.
And she don't need testosterone.
I just think just the food in general. Plus, it just when you eating right, it just gives you some energy. So I just felt, eating the food would be better.
Since I've been taking the pills, I've been getting energy. It's been giving me the energy and shit like that. So
well, there's shit in the pills that you can't really get in the food, like different like roots and tribalist
stuff like that.
Yeah, microplastics. Blocks your fucking sperm count, lowers your sperm count, raises your testosterone, but your sperm have no tails. So
no, actually, there's no crashing, or it doesn't shrink your balls like the shots.
Yeah, I take the shots. My
ain't that
balls
steroids? Not testosterone. Steroids make your junk small, right?
Yeah. No, steroids is testosterone.
Yeah.
Though. Oh, there's anabolics. There's a bunch of different steroids, but testosterone's like the main one. Yeah. I get the shots, dude. I actually just got a shot last night. I have my wife give it to me, shot right in the ass.
Oh, she gave me a shot in the ass. All right.
I tell her like that too. I say, it's time. Come on. I get the needle ready and I say, come on, stick it in my ass.
You like a little ass play. That's what it is. It's like stick it in my ass.
No, but I noticed I've been doing it like 4 months and I noticed my balls they shrunk a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I mean, they were big anyway. Not a normal size.
Yeah, but it's like tennis balls in a garbage bag. It's like you got a whole bunch of sack with no balls.
No. It's like when you lose a lot of fat and it gets saggy and then it adjusts and then now it's just a small sack. Looks like a pouch. It's like a pouch now. Little hamster pocket.
Full volume, no filter.
Stop playing with me. I can do what I want.
Turn me up.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to Full Volume No Filter. I'm your host, Trey, and I'm here with the best crew in the world, the loudest crew in the world.
Yeah.
I got Mr. Bugsy.
Bugsy here. Yeah.
And we have the one and only
Sup.
Welcome back.
Out of hibernation.
Leota, what's up, baby?
What's up? Hey, I was reading some shit about bears and hibernation on the way here because I was thinking about that. I'm like, what am I going to say? When they say, where the fuck you been at? I'm going to say, I've been in hibernation. And then I was driving and I'm like, I wonder when bears are in hibernation, are they fucking, they got to obviously eat a ton of food, but they're not using the bathroom, right? I never
They are using the bathroom.
No, they don't. What I was reading is that for
3 months?
No, 5 months.
5 months, yeah.
5 months, they don't take a dump.
So or urinate. Their bodies are set up to... They eat right before they go into hibernation. They eat a bunch of fibrous material, right?
Yeah.
And this shit like digests and it makes this thing called a fecal plug. So it's like a fibrous thing that plugs their fucking ass.
So they're constipated.
Yeah. And their body, it recirculates all the protein from the urine and the shit after they already digested it. And then that's how they keep their muscle mass for that 5 months. And then as soon as they come out of hibernation, they just go out there and drop a massive fucking load.
Yeah, that's why you see, like, they say bears scat. Bears are always shitting after they hibernate.
Well, let me ask you something. Who was the person that had to figure that out? Like, go in there all the time to figure out if they took a dump or not.
I don't know. But it sounds like a great job.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, usually animals don't shit where they lay.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. So they had to be
They probably
confined.
put a camera in there or something. Put a camera and like attach it to the butt cheek of the bear.
Why the butt cheek?
Why not just anywhere he stayed?
This dude keep talking about ass. I don't know what's wrong with
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
either,
you've been
man.
hibernating
Something's
or
wrong.
doing something else. Took up a new hobby.
Yeah.
Right. So for listeners, he didn't take a dump for 3 months.
That's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. I just use your bathroom though.
See,
Before we
you know
recorded.
what? At least it's close to the basement.
That's what's up. What y'all been doing this week? How about you, Bugs? What you been doing?
Man, actually my vehicle went down, man.
Oh shit.
Was a big issue. You know, I couldn't get a lot of things done. I went out and politicked with a couple companies, you know, to try to come aboard. But other than that, man, you know, this was probably one of those Porsche weeks for me. It was really kind of tame. But you know what? Sometimes I be thinking it's cool because I ended up hurting my back a couple days ago.
Oh shit.
And I was like, that's the perfect time. I hate to sound like that, but with me being down anyway, because I really couldn't get around like I needed to get around, it just allowed me to kind of relax. I still got the twinge right now, but it only really bothered me until when I initially stand up.
And I guarantee you probably hurt that shit doing nothing because you're getting old.
That's exactly what happened.
I was gonna say I thought maybe you tried to fix your car yourself and you're like, fuck this, I ain't doing that.
I was getting out of the office chair. The wife was sitting right next to me, and I was like, "Oh man, I done messed my back up." And she was like, "Yeah, you getting old."
Getting out of the chair?
I know. Yeah, I was just getting up out the chair, bro. I don't know what I did. I don't know why. It just wanted to stay bent over or something. I don't know. But yeah,
you probably just got on like turned a certain way, and it was just off.
It don't matter. It still means I'm old.
Yeah,
that's what it means.
That's what's up.
Man.
That's what's up. I'm sorry to hear that. Mm-hmm. Truck down, back fucked up. I don't know what
you need.
say.
You need an Asian massage, man. You need to go get an Asian massage.
No,
with a happy ending that'll fix.
I'm about to say because I'm gonna turn over if I get a massage on the back, so I don't need that right now.
Man, have y'all ever been to a place where they tried that?
Nope.
Nah.
You know what? My brother did. He said he went there, and that same place, I believe, got busted. Same place got busted for giving hand jobs and sex, I think.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah. I don't know the place, but
he
said,
ratted them out.
I don't know if he ratted them out, but he said, you know,
he was there every week.
He said he didn't get the happy ending, but
I think he lied.
He probably.
I think he lied. I think he let it go a while before he was like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't. But that initial, he let it happen.
Oh, if I go, I'm letting it happen.
You gotta.
No,
you can't pass up that opportunity. That's a bucket list event.
Yeah, a bucket list.
That's the bucket list?
That's on the bucket list.
That's on your bucket list.
It's towards the bottom of the bucket list, but it's,
right.
It's on there.
It's on there. Hell yeah.
Happy ending.
Why
massage.
y'all worrying about it anyway with your shrinking balls? It ain't even like it's going
the dick ain't shrinking,
right.
The balls are, but it makes the dick look bigger.
It does, right?
Oh my God.
The accessory.
Yeah.
You know, smaller.
And Asian small hands too.
Right.
You need a hand job, it's perfect.
You know what? Yeah,
It's gonna be some man giving you a massage.
Oh shit! Fuck that! I'm out of there. I'll take the egg rolls.
She said the egg rolls.
Hey, what's up, Leota? What you been doing, man? What's been going on?
Fuck shit, dude. I just been working. I'm actually trying to find some new spots, or maybe an extra spot just to make some extra cash. You know, I got my son's getting to the driving age, so I got to get him a vehicle. Otherwise, I'm stuck letting him use mine. And I don't want to do that.
I know you got a nice car,
so I got to get him a little piece of shit to learn how to drive on.
But that's what I'm saying. You got the perfect car for him. That little piece of shit.
Nah,
you know
that.
what I'm saying? You don't. You have a female's car. You have a something similar to a Barbie Corvette.
Nah, that's
men drive trucks or cars with V8s.
Well, I mean, you know. You could be if you fucking are trying to prove something, but my shit got crazy horsepower, dude. My shit's the most tunable BMW out there. But also, if you look it up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got an M340i, right? So it's the best daily driver. People say it's actually the best BMW ever made. like for price wise versus power wise versus tunability. Because
it's the soccer mom of BMWs,
dude.
That's pretty much what it is,
dude. Everybody fucking loves this shit. This shit's the fucking.
Oh no, your shit look nice.
It's super dope, man.
But we live in Chicago, and when it's snow.
Oh yeah. When it comes to snow, I mean, I got X-Drive on it. I never had a problem with it, but I'd rather in the winter. Yeah, I'm looking into getting an SUV for the winter.
Your car is built only for spring and summer sports.
Right.
So, you can only put basketballs in it and football and stuff like that. Anything winter, you can't use it.
No, you can drive it in the winter. I had no issues, dude. Because it's got 4-wheel drive.
Because it didn't snow that much. But once it snowed a lot.
You were calling off work.
Nah, dude, I'll be fine. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I mean, it's better than that Charger I had. That rear-wheel drive shit, if there was like one little fucking quarter inch of snow on the fucking ground, that shit was like tailing everywhere because it's rear. You know? And even if I would put sandbags in there, I don't know how many times, dude, I parked on the street and I couldn't get my fucking car out in the morning when I was going to work, right?
Yeah.
And I had to take like sand or like gravel or like little those small like carpets that would go like, under your seat, put those under the tire just to get my car out. With this thing, but that's 2-wheel rear wheel drive. With this one, with the X-Drive, it does something, it's kind of like 4-wheel drive. I don't know, you know more about it.
Yeah.
But it like does something where it adjusts like the wheels as you wherever is needed at, and
it's a differential.
Yeah, you can get it out. Mm-hmm. I haven't had no issues, dude. And that shit goes quick. I could go to eco mode, but I could also go to sport mode. 400 horsepower stock. Fucking I can get gas mileage like 26 mpg.
I'm happy about that. What you do, Max?
What I do, yeah.
But that's not what I did.
What did you do?
I haven't been doing shit, dude.
Okay.
Then fuck that.
Yeah, right. So you sound like Lady P over here. Anyway, this week we just left Valentine's Day, which was cool. The wife and I actually went out to dinner, went to a hibachi grill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to
enjoy that. We love hibachi. Sit down. We went to Hamada's. Great food. And then on Valentine's Day, she went and got her hair done. And this is the first time. It took her 12 hours to get her hair done.
It's fucking crazy.
To get braids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for that shit. Yeah.
So, but it was a special reason why she got done, because today's my baby's birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you,
birthday.
Brittany. Love you.
Happy B-Day.
You're amazing. Hope you're enjoying it. She's in Atlanta with her girls and a bunch of weird people.
Because was she at the Freaknik?
The Freaknik. She's probably at the Freaknik, but called her this morning, FaceTime her, wished her a happy birthday. Happy birthday, baby, love you. But that's why she got her hair done. She was going out of town, so it was worth the time.
You know what?
Her.
I was I did talk to her too.
Yeah,
and she said the reason she was going out of town because Valentine's was trash. So she really wanted to make sure that her birthday.
Now it's Galentine's, right? It's
Galentine's Day. Well, that's okay. When she come back, I'll have something special for her. Happy birthday again, babe. But this weekend was boring because there's no more football.
Yeah,
I know.
There's no more football, and we'll get to that later about football. We'll get to that later. But I want to talk about people that think that they're a 10. You ask a person like, hey, you think you are between 1 to 10. What do you think you are? Is that delusional?
This is the thing. It was a time where I remember back, I don't want to say not too long ago, where they were saying that you should say you a 10 to boost your confidence and that type of stuff, right? So I think that was ingrained some years back, where it was like that was a way to proving that you had confidence and your self-esteem and all that was up. But it's become weaponized because it is kind of a delusional thing, because when you think about the thought process, the intelligent thought process of a 10, that means you're perfect. That means you can't in no way, everything about you is perfect. That's the scale of it. 1, you need, you at the bottom. 10, you have nothing wrong with you. Now, if you're modest and realistic, 7, 8 to whatever, if you're really got yourself together and stuff like that. I get that. But when you 10, I think it's delusional as hell. I get where you're trying to be confident, but I don't think the number of saying that I'm 10 should be the barometer on how people look at you. We should know you confident without you having to say, I'm a 10.
I think some people are delusional on the shit. But I mean, it depends on the person, you know? Like, you got people that might actually be like 9s or 10s, but they have low self-esteem. And they think that they're fucking 6s. And then you got people who are 5s and 6s that just get gassed up on the internet. And, you know,
because they went and got a BBL and tits popping and shit.
Right. And they're fucking broke as hell, you know, but they have so many people dick riding them that, you know, especially like I feel like it happens more with women, but they think they're 10s. Their fucking ego is just out of control. And those type of people, you know, sometimes you got to give them a reality check. Sometimes there's no talking sense into them and they're just going to be like that. And you just fucking let them fucking ride their path of madness.
Now,
you know?
Is it being a 10 when you got a lot of work done to your body?
Well, that's what I was just about to bring that up, because my thing is that I look at it as you being a 10, your natural form is what it is.
I would agree.
You are who you are, and that's like, I don't think nobody's a 10. Let's.
I do.
If I'm being realistic,
I do.
I don't think nobody's a 10 because everybody can work on something. Because what I know from being out in the dating world, being around people in general, is that you tend to not get them both. You don't get a super fine woman with a great personality.
But we're not
exactly.
talking. That's not what we're
always
talking about.
something.
We're talking about when you think of a 10, you're talking about on looks.
Oh, so if you're talking looks, because I was gonna say, like you just said, you know, no one's a perfect 10 because usually something's gonna lack. If the physical qualities are top level, the mental qualities are lowered, and vice versa.
I agree.
But then that means we got to put it directly according to how they feel. Because if I'm gonna give an opinion on somebody, and they say I'm a 10, and they're asking me, do you think I'm a 10? Let's say, for instance.
Yeah.
You know, you may not be a 10 with strictly looks. Like, for instance, I used to hear people talk about Halle Berry. Halle Berry was a 10 to him. I like a nice ass. I never got that from Holly, so I never put her in that category. Very cute woman.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I didn't look at her like a 10.
So you're saying,
can sit there and realize
a 10 is subjective, is what you're saying.
I think I think it's subjective, but the thing is, with the looks on it, it's what we find is people that are saying that they're 10s. When they physically say I'm a 10, they come along with that attitude that's actually a problem. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if you think I got all this work done and I'm really nice looking, and
because they get their ass kissed,
right? Because you get your ass kicked, so your attitude is kind of toe up with that 10 number.
But it's always going to be that way. I don't think there's 10s that exist that don't have that kind
Is that why my attitude's fucked up? Because I think I'm a 10.
Dude,
but you know, you can still have the same attitude with being a 2.
You need testosterone pill.
I'm taking them. Hey, but
maybe you'll boost your number up after you take that.
I think 10 is subjective. It's because some people don't like light-skinned women. Some people don't like dark-skinned women. Like Chris Brown, every last one of his women look alike. I just seen it on social media, right?
He got a type.
And he has a type. So that's a 10 to him, right? Where he might find a woman that's dark complected, not as attractive as the woman that he's used to dating. So his 10 is different from our 10.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so
I don't know. I just hate the number, man. I don't think I've ever looked at a person and said, "Oh, she's a 10." I don't think I have. I've looked at him like that's a very attractive woman.
You can always find a flaw in something. I mean if it's like both, like you said, like fake, fake tits, fake ass, or you know, a lot of Botox in the face.
Yeah,
they might look like a top level looks, but at the same time, you could say, okay, well, that's not your natural look, so you might look like you're a 10, but since it's not real, you know, you're gonna drop them numbers out and give her an 8.
Well, I won't even say that. I mean, to be honest with you, I ain't got no problem with you doing whatever enhancement you want to do.
Yeah, I'm cool with enhancement.
But the only thing I have the issue with is when it's overboard, when it changes almost everything about you. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that if you want to get extra here, and they'll do things that change the entire face. Yeah. So it's not even the face that you initially saw.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think when you take it a little bit too far is when it becomes kind of like an issue for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to get a BBL, that's fine, but make it proportion. You can't have, you know, matchstick legs.
Right.
With you know what I'm saying? You can't go from a size 4 to a size 14 and think that, it's not going to really show a difference.
And even that shit is subjective because some guys don't mind having like, huge fake tits and a huge fake ass and all kind of face and lip injections. They're not bothered by it. Me, like, I don't really like an extreme amount. Like if it's very minimal, just to like slightly enhance your beauty, maybe get rid of some wrinkles around your eyes, enhance your lips a little bit, shit like that. But now when you're getting like plastic surgery where it changes the original look of your face, like you said, I'm not into that. Like I wouldn't find a girl that has that shit to be a 10. Just in my subjective opinion,
Yeah.
I like more natural beauty.
Yeah, and that's one thing. If you got to go through all that, I don't think, me personally, that you can actually say you're truly a 10, because going through surgery to make yourself a 10, nah. I mean, it's either that's your natural or it's not. And like I said, right now, naturally, I've seen some really beautiful women that they right up there, but there's always, like I said, I don't think anybody's perfect.
But you keep saying there's always something wrong. You're looking for something wrong. It sounds like every time you say, man, they're beautiful, but there's something wrong. You haven't even found that to actually say,
no, I want to initially do it. I'm saying if I'm looking at you, I don't think I've looked at a person and was like, you a 10 all around, like everything, like you're a perfect specimen. I don't know why.
You might give it 9.5 or something like that.
I to be honest with you, I might have seen a 9 or an 8 or whatever the case, but maybe it's just my psyche that says nobody's perfect, that I would say that's a perfect body.
Well,
even perfect face.
Even if I saw someone that I thought was a 10, if they ask me if they're a 10, I'm never going to say that they're a 10.
Because you're a fucking jerk.
No, because, dude, I'm not going to fucking tell someone you're fucking perfect and give them that ego boost to that point. I'm not going to do that. You're going to fucking get like a 9 or 9 point. I'm going to be like, yeah, you're fucking hot as hell. You're a 9, 9.5.
But why even do that?
Just I'm not giving you a fucking 10. I ain't giving you a perfect score.
You saying you're hot as hell is boosting their ego regardless.
Yeah, they could get.
So why don't you just say you all right if you want to keep them level headed?
No, I can give them the hot as hell, but I'm not gonna ever give it. I'm not gonna give anyone the satisfaction of me considering them a perfect person.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you tell your significant other they were a 10?
No, I would.
Yeah.
I believe.
I never say 10.
I believe my wife. She's beautiful, and I believe she has. If we're talking about the total package, her personality.
Yeah.
As it just all around. To me, she's my 10. So I think it's all right to let her know she's a 10 because she's humble also. So even if you tell her that, it's not going to go to her head like, oh, I'm fine as hell and she out here she's very reserved.
But dude, do you really think that she's a 10?
You may not. Because that's the fucking question you asking right now.
Yeah.
No. Because
the way you fucking turned to me, like, you really think she a 10?
No, I don't mean it that way. I'm just saying.
You think your wife a 10?
No, I would never marry a 10. Some people that are 10s and 9s and all that shit, they got their egos are out of control. Have you ever met someone that's down to earth that's at that fucking
I have.
point? I never have.
I definitely had met a woman that
I have not.
Gorgeous and has a good personality.
Whether it's a guy or a girl, a dude that's handsome is the biggest fucking prick asshole in the world, too.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you about myself.
No, because your wife is actually, y'all together is a 10. She's a 9, you're a 1. So technically, it is a 10.
So what would you say?
But you're adding personality into it. And we're talking like strictly looks.
No, I hear you.
So like for me, my wife's the package too of a 10. If you combine the looks and personality, everything's great with that.
You really think you really think that?
Nah, not really.
Fuck, you ain't shit.
How about
if you're listening,
you?
Hey, you're a 10, baby.
If you listening.
If you're not, no, you ain't.
If I was to be realistic, my wife, I would put her on the scale of probably an 8. Adding personality, a 10, yes. If we're gonna go that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I give mine a 7.
Okay.
Maybe a 6.
Maybe a 6. Okay. I can see that.
I'm just kidding.
He said he could see that. He and shit.
No, I'm fucking with you.
No,
How about you?
I don't know. Yeah. Like 7, 8 around there. Yeah. I would put that.
How about personality?
Personality?
takes away.
That's it.
No.
Attraction.
She's cool, and that's the thing. And I think I spoke about this a long time ago, where it's the thing about my wife. She's either you like her or you don't, and in between in there. And the thing is that I remember I would talk to like men would try to, when I wasn't dating her, and they would talk to me about her and everything like that. I'd be like, well, she'd be like, well, they'll be like, she don't mess with me like that. I say, yeah, she don't mess with you like that. Your perception of her is because you on that bull. But
yeah, she's selective with who she tries to get close to and opens up to.
That's what I'm saying. So that don't make it like, what I'm saying? She's just a terrible person. She just ain't for you. Now, she's for me.
Now, let me ask about that. If you selective choosing, and I know you have to put certain people in your life that fits you and doesn't cause turmoil or anything like that. But if you can judge a person from the first time you meet them, isn't that fucked up? Because you got to meet people before my apologies for cutting you off, but you got to meet people with respect when you first meet them, right? Until that respect is broken.
Well, usually you judge someone off their looks when you first meet them.
When you first meet them, right? But then when you talk to them and then you could be like, they got a fucked up personality. Isn't that bad?
No, but I don't think that because I don't think respect is just given.
You got to
earn because I don't. You think you have to earn respect?
I think you earn respect.
I think that's crazy.
I would never like give someone respect without them earning it from me.
Right, I won't be disrespectful, but I'm not just being.
So then you're being respectful. So that's what I'm saying. So
no, you're being polite. You're being polite.
That's what I'm saying.
Being polite is a part of being respectful.
Right, but you're not automatically gonna respect them as a person. It's like it's just more like cordial respect, like common courtesy.
But it's still respect.
It's not like, oh man,
you're using semantics. You're using semantics.
I hear what he's saying. So yeah.
You have to give respect as soon as you have to meet on the same level, and it only gets better or worse.
Well, let's say this: you initially give them respect, but they have to earn you keeping that respect for them.
They have to earn your love, and that's a different thing.
Earn your love.
And what I mean, look, like when you put somebody in your circle or even in your conversation and give them time, right? They're gaining trust and love from you. And that's what I'm saying. So when I say love,
I mean because people that's in my circle, I don't necessarily love them because they around me,
right?
Because they in the circle.
I agree with you.
I don't love everybody that's in my circle.
No, I agree with you, Bugsy. Like to me, like the whole respect thing, like politeness and common courtesy. Yeah, I mean technically it's a form of respect, but for me, I don't really categorize it as respect. To me, it's like a different category of respect. It's like a more simplified.
But we're not talking about everything under the umbrella. We're not talking about
when you go like after you get to talk to someone, then you see that you can basically judge the person after first meeting them. Like for me, this is how I do it.
Okay.
Usually, and I'm sure most people do it this way. Usually, I judge somebody off their looks first. Then after I talk to them, I'll judge them off talking to them a little more. That might change how I view them, based on I might look at this guy, he's a fucking nerd. And then he starts talking and I like, talking to him where you can see like the direction he takes things. And it's like, oh yeah, he's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. But then you can see based on if they're an asshole or if they're a good person, and then usually you judge it off that. And then as you get to know the person, then you start to either get respect for him or you start to, like you said, lose respect for him. Because you're basing everything off that initial judgment.
Like I said, I believe the respect grows or it goes away.
Yeah, you could put it that way.
Right. So you have to meet people with respect. And that's what I'm saying. You just don't meet people and be like, yo, you fucking bitch. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You meet them, hey, how you doing? Right, and then if they are disrespectful, then that respect goes away. Right. But you meet everybody on the same playing field.
Yeah, but why is that when they're considering themselves a 10, or even if you looking at them and like, oh my God, that's a 10 specimen. Why is it that they tend to come with that really weird personality where it's like, I get you're getting attention, but that doesn't mean like your attitude has to be kind of funky. I'm not saying
because
all 10s are like that.
People still kiss their ass.
And that's why
they act egotistical and they act like funky assholes towards people, but yet even though they do that, everyone still kisses their ass. So their ego's so high that they look at everybody else as a lower fucking person.
Absolutely.
So
it's
that's
like
why
your
they treat
kids,
them
right?
like that.
If you keep telling your kid they're great at everything, which you're supposed to love your kid and you're supposed to push them in that direction. But when they mess up, you got to tell them when they mess up.
Right.
And that's like, but if you keep telling them they're great at everything, you're great at dancing, and they're dancing like they crazy, you got to be able to say, you know what, maybe you could do that better.
And that's how you create an entitled kid.
Exactly.
And the same thing comes with a woman by doing the same thing.
Not only women, men.
To a woman or a man,
Right.
and telling them they're a 10, it creates an entitled person.
I'm gonna tell you something that's was really crazy, and it's maybe I don't know if it's just me, but all the ladies and men that I knew, like I know some models, right? And in their mind, they were teens. Like because I'm a model, that automatically puts you in a category in their mind for some reason. Like, but I know some people, and what I found was the older they got, it felt like they didn't know what the hell to do with themselves because they relied on that look.
Yeah, exactly.
So long, they didn't know how to transition into other stuff.
Yep.
So it's like you
100%.
don't, right, when you look at, if you look at all the women or men that were like super big models or whatever the case, if they didn't stay where they were in that industry and pivot, you don't see them again.
They
like,
go
you don't
crazy.
even see them like in regular stuff.
Because they based their whole persona and their whole life around how they look and what they get based on how they look. When they lose that, they don't know how to be a normal person anymore because they never had to do it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When Lady P gets here, because she is supposed to be here today, I'm going to see what she think about herself. Is she a 10? and see how delusional she is, or if she can be modest.
Well, you know what? I think a lot of, like, when it comes to women, I think a lot of women try to put that front on like they're 10s, but really, it's all just a fake persona just to give this fake confidence just because they really don't want to deal with the reality and feel bad about themselves. So they try they try to psych themselves out in their heads.
Every time you talk, it sounds like you were part of the He-Man Woman Hater Club.
I'm president.
You're alfalfa, boy. What you talking about?
No, that was Spanky.
But alfalfa was in it. He's alfalfa.
Yeah, right. You got your woman outside of the club.
Right.
No, I mean, because I can't talk about how men that are.
You can't talk about how women are. What are you talking about?
No,
how
I'm saying,
they think it.
These are my opinions on how.
But you could
think.
talk from a man's standpoint.
I'm talking from the perspective of how I think that women think. This is how I view like women, because I'll sit and try to analyze how women are. I'm not going to sit there and analyze how a guy is. I don't fucking.
My thing is, how do you even categorize what that would be? Like when we say 10 in any, whether it be man or woman, what are we saying? What do they have to be physically? You know what I'm saying? Facially, the body. What do they have to be for us to actually, for everybody to combinedly say that, yeah, I'm looking at a 10.
And another thing too, 10s, like, they're subjective of what you're saying, but that changes as, time goes on with yourself too. Like, I could say what I thought would have been the hottest girl 2 years ago. Right now, I'm in a different mood, Yeah. Like, I might want to look at like Asian chicks this year, and then 2 years later, I'm into fucking hot Latinos. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, I mean, our tastes always grow. That even comes with food.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, but we can move on from this. I want to talk about accountability, right?
Yeah.
And accountability for both sexes, men and women. And how do you handle it if you take accountability, and why you think your partner doesn't take accountability in the relationship?
That's the most frustrating thing, I think, as a man in this day and age. I don't know how it was way back, but I know from my experience, let me say it like that. From my experience, I don't know why it feels as if you're giving up a part of yourself by taking accountability for it. I never had a problem. If I did something wrong and it wasn't right, I said I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I made the mistake. If I can clean it up or make it better, I'll do it. But that's the most frustrating thing to me. And it don't even be major stuff. It'll be something simple as, accidental hang up or anything like that. Or you ever heard somebody, which is crazy to me. You'll hear somebody say something. They'll say it, and then you'll be like, well, you said this. And they'll swear they never said it. And argue you down. And it gets to the point where I don't know if the piece of me be like, you know what? Whatever. All right, whatever. You ain't say it.
Yeah, because you're just sick of fucking talking.
I'm sick of talking, but that's what I run into.
You're never going to admit to it.
Right. Like, they'll argue down instead of just saying, you know what? I might have did say that. Because I've ran into that. And they be like, man, you said this. And I'll be like, man, you know what? I might have did. You know, if I did, well, I mean, this is where we are. And I leave it at that, but it become an argumentative thing.
Okay.
Right.
Which is crazy as hell. I think that's the craziest thing other than the 10.
Well, another thing you're like what you're saying is sometimes not only do they say that they never said it, you know, but there's times where someone will try to convince you that you did say something, even though you know for a fact you never did. And then they keep going on. No, you said it. No, you said it. And you're like, fuck, man, I don't remember saying that shit.
It's like you got to have
you give in too. Like, there's been times where I've given in and I'm like, I don't want to fucking argue about it anymore. I'm like, all right, if I did say it, I apologize for it. Or my mistake. You know? And it's like, now, I don't do that really as much anymore. As I got older, I kind of started going harder with that.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, sometimes I would give in when I was younger. But I don't really do it anymore. I stick my grounds a lot more.
So you don't take accountability for shit?
No, I would take it. If I said something, I'd say 90% of the time, I'm going to remember that I said it. And if I did say it, I'll take accountability. But if it's something that I know I didn't say, I'm not going to give it and just because I don't feel like talking about it anymore.
Yeah.
And say it. All right, fine. If I did say it.
I'm the same way too. I'm the same way
Well, you know
too.
what? I think I cracked the code. As we sitting here talking and I'm listening to you guys, I think I've cracked it, right? I think the reason that we're finding that in a lot of women now is because most men want peace. And we've wanted peace so long that we give in and don't continue. We don't want to keep arguing. We don't want to. It feels unnatural to me. That's what I'm saying. It feels unnatural consistently. Sometimes I don't even want to talk for a long time, let alone argue. So it's like, I know for sure you did that. I know for sure that you did it. I know for sure you lying. You're going to argue me until you know I'm going to want the peace.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to keep going with the shits.
Okay.
So I think that behavior,
ground, that's the crack.
That's what I'm saying. Standing my ground and like, no, you did this. But it's like, what is it in? My thing is that am I willing to lose what I have for the benefit of what we're talking about?
I see. That's the thing with me as growing as a person. Now I've become pettier, so I'm willing. I'm willing to lose just to stand my ground and
He
make my
about to
point.
lose his whole relationship. He don't care.
I'll sacrifice a lot more and risk a lot more than I used to because I want to stand my ground. But like I said, if I make a mistake, if I do something wrong and it's my fault, I take 100% accountability. I'll apologize. I'll say I made a mistake if it was wrong. I'm not gonna argue that shit to death.
Yeah.
But for somebody else, I'm gonna stand my fucking ground and I'll sacrifice it all.
What's crazy is I will preemptively do stuff. Like if I know I messed up, I'll automatically be like, you know what, I did this. I'll take ownership on it right away, so it don't blow up to be something else.
I don't know about you guys. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
What do you mean?
Let me tell you something. I win every fucking argument.
Because she probably just wants the peace.
She wants the peace.
Yeah, it's that estrogen he's taking.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got the low testosterone, so he's
Let me tell you something.
Shut up already.
No, my wife do not, and that's one thing I love about her. She does not argue. From the time we met, we've never, like I said, we've never had an argument.
Yeah,
because I'm the idiot over here trying to be right.
Idiot, yeah, that's true.
The idiot, yes, I can admit to it. Trying to be right. And she's like, okay, all right. And leave it alone. So now I'm sitting there looking stupid, ready to fight. And she walking away.
And she probably gets revenge in some other way.
Maybe. But you know what?
Taking trips to Atlanta.
Now that you're saying that, man, growing up with him, man, I have said stuff to him and be like, man, you said that. And he'll be like, man, I ain't never said that. And he will do that.
Give a fuck.
He will keep it going. And I'm like, for sure, for sure you said it. Yeah. And the crazy thing about it is that somebody else will remember him saying it too.
No one ever remembered. No, I remember like an elephant. And that's one thing I do know. It don't be about what I remember.
No, man.
Because I know for a fact there's been times with this dude, the same thing. And I know that he said something.
Yeah.
Or I know that I didn't say anything. But he keeps going, no, you did. You said it. Yeah. Or no, I didn't say that.
I will pull up text and show his ass he lied.
He keeps going on and on. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even care. This is
You know
about
what?
this is about like something.
Well, you know what? Fuck
It's
it.
about something dumb like
Just to let y'all know.
Lloyd Banks versus Fabulous or something. I'm like, dude.
Just to
who
let y'all
cares?
know,
Yeah.
I'm always right. And that's just what the fuck it is. And
You
y'all
gotta-
gonna have to accept
You
it.
goddamn narcissist.
This
Y'all
is
been-
what I
you know
say.
what I'm
Though.
talking about?
I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong, bitch.
That's what, I am always right, and that's just what it is. In my head,
Okay,
I'm
all
right. And
well,
that,
you are the host.
I am the host. So here I'm right.
But I'm saying,
And if
we
he's
ran
wrong, he's
into
gonna edit that
situations
shit
where
out.
we'll go back and forth, and then eventually be like, you know what? Yeah.
Dude,
You know what
in
I'm
our
saying?
lifetime, in our friendship, how many times we went back and forth? For real.
What do you mean? I'm not talking about an argument.
I'm just- that's
it's
what
just
I'm
in a
saying.
discussion. We've had numerous discussions and
I
stuff.
don't even remember those discussions.
Dude,
Yo-
it's like every other day. Be talking about.
Yeah, because what happened is, you know what the thing is with him too?
Oh, here we go.
No. What it is that he'll tell a story that included me. For instance, like it'll have been a function, and it was something I was a part of, and he'll say something because he may be bullshitting somebody. I didn't know he was bullshitting them, maybe trying to get him away or get rid of the conversation.
And they see you in the background like this.
Right. And then I'm talking, like they'll talk to me and I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? And then we're like, man, why you telling me? Bro, I didn't even know what you told them the first
It
time.
don't even fucking matter if they coming to you asking you a specific thing.
It don't be
You supposed
specific.
to it be specific. If it's specific and you know they ask you like, yo, Trey was at the club last night.
Sometimes you can
No,
do it,
no.
but sometimes, man, if you don't catch on to that right away,
Yeah,
like, and
You got to be on your game and you got to be ready.
You
gotta
gotta give a warning,
If
dude.
somebody came, look, check this out. If somebody came and said, yo, Leota said, I'm going to be like, yeah, that's what the fuck it is.
I
No.
tried.
That's not what happened. It'll be like, it might be a story like we might be, let's say I'm sitting around with somebody he know and let's say we eat lunch.
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, the first time I came over here, I remember Max brought me to eat this barbecue, man, and he said it was banging. And they'll be like, man, Trey said he never had barbecue before. And I'll be like, then it's not like they didn't ask me direct.
Right, you can't.
When they say that, it's like, oh, shit.
Hey, but
Like,
check this out.
You slipped it out.
When it comes back to me, I'm like, oh, that was barbecue? I'm going to
Yes.
clean it
Yeah,
up.
hey, that's
It's
good,
gonna-
though.
That's exactly what he do.
And guess what? It's going to be, guess what? Now we on the same page. Oh, yeah, he did take me there. I forgot. That's how you play it off.
That's a good cover.
You get what I'm saying? That you saw how quick I thought
This
about
guy's
that?
a fucking con man.
I said I'm a perfect liar. I said that all the time.
It's the Black Epstein.
But you see what I'm just talking about? He said you're a perfect liar.
I've been
but
said that.
He just said he always right
I am.
because
I
of
wonder
that.
about you, man. You got the personality of a cult leader.
I am a cult leader. And y'all are my lambs.
Give me your women and children.
Yes.
But we got. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wish, and that's something we gotta. I really would love to dive into, especially with ladies, is trying to understand why is it that there's so many, especially going across the internet, that will not take or fight accountability on certain things when they're wrong. They'll take it when they're being rewarded or they're doing something great, but when it's wrong,
Sound like my kids' moms.
right? That's what I'm saying. Like, why is it that hard to say
I don't know,
I
dude.
was wrong?
It ain't hard for me to do it as a guy.
But that's what I mean.
You know,
It's like most
'Cause
of the
I-
time, and like I said, from my experience, it's ladies that I'm running into.
it must be
issue
some
with.
type of esteem shit, some self-esteem shit.
I don't think it's a
know.
selfish thing. I think it's just
Because as guys, we don't give a fuck. It's like more like, okay, yeah, if I made a mistake, so fucking what? What are you gonna fucking do about it? Okay, if I don't want to do it again, I won't. You know, and it's like,
that's true.
But with a woman, it must be different with their fucking ego or something.
It's probably that they feel that they got to stand their ground so that they can be accepted. Because just from day one, they probably had to fight for that respect and dealing with other men before us. Or
Okay.
even before, not even us, who they dealt with. You know, like you said, you see it on the internet, who they dealt with. They never stood their ground. If you look at all those Tyler Perry movies, right?
Right.
If you look at them, they're weak women. from the beginning, they're getting stepped on, trampled on, and then at the end, they stand up for themselves. So it could be that they've been trampled on for so long that it's like, you know what? I'm not going to bow down to what the fuck you think I should bow down to. I'm going to stand my ground.
Right.
You know? I mean, I've had times with my wife where, like, you know, I mean, it's not like she does this shit all the time, but there's been times where she hasn't taken accountability. I'd be like, "What? You're not gonna fucking say you're sorry?" You know, I gotta like pull it out, and it's like, what the fuck?
But the sorry don't mean shit if you got to pull it out.
I know. But that's the thing. It's like I'll tell her, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, you say it now, but you should have just fucking said it." If it was the same situation and it was me and it was you, I would have just been like, "Oh yeah, I apologize." But why do I gotta fucking tell you to fucking do it? You know?
That's crazy that you got to tell her. I don't want to apologize.
It's not like a common thing. I'm just saying.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't even want the apology if I got to tell you to do it.
Yeah, right.
Because the apology don't mean shit. They probably just doing it to shut you the fuck up.
Right. But at the same time, if they don't do it, I'm going to force them to fucking say it. So it's like a training session.
And I'm the cult leader.
Yeah, you know what? I can tell you though, I sometimes think that I need to argue more. If that makes sense, because there's been times when I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, you be bitching.
F it. You know what I mean?
So. You be bitching up.
But dude, you said you like to have peace. I mean,
right.
Every guy.
But that's what I'm saying. But when I start thinking about it later, it'll be like, you know what I'm saying? I should have really fought that. And that's the thing.
Like a lot of times too, I think we as men, we want peace so much that some shit that's small that you might
sacrifice our happiness.
Yeah, and you might say, you know what? I'm just gonna go full force on the more important shit, like little shit like this. Whatever. I'm just gonna.
It don't even matter.
You know.
Yeah, and you are right. We tend to do that. I do know a lot of men that do that. We sacrifice our happiness for peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a terrible thing and that's what I think that's one of the things I think that is a really big issue in the world of men that we can never relay to our women to understand is that the us wanting peace is so important to us that we're willing to give up all those other things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we want to be happy. It's like, for instance, you'll hear where a lot of ladies are really quick to say, if I'm not happy, I'm out of there.
Right.
Where it's like, men ain't, we not leaving just because we're unhappy. We'll do other things before that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it. We'll go through therapy. They might even cheat. They'll do a ton of stuff, you know what I'm saying, before they bounce. You know what I'm saying? Right. But we value peace and respect more than anything else from the person that we with.
Well, you know why? Because we're the main builders. We're building the whole scenario.
Yeah.
The women are more like the assistants in our building process, in my opinion.
He-Man, woman hater.
Alfalfa, baby.
The alfalfa.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Alfalfa.
All right, to turn some things around and get on another topic. We're all homeowners. Right? We all own our own homes. Do y'all think home ownership is a scam?
No.
I do. It's for the birds.
Why do you say that?
It is. I think so too.
Because you never own your home. You never own your home. Semantically, you own that building, right? That you paid off.
Well, you're paying property taxes and shit like that.
You never own the property.
You never own it because if you don't pay that property tax, they can come and take what you paid off.
Right. But it's better than renting.
They don't give you your home and tell you get the fuck out of here.
You never own the actual. Yeah, you're right. You're always paying property taxes. And if you don't, they'll come and take it away. But at the same time,
including the house you paid off.
What's a better option?
The best option, because no matter who you get your house from, and let's talk
to
real
me, the
estate
best option
numbers.
is being a homeowner.
No,
because you build equity.
No, because when you think if you're going to do something with it, but even with that, when you get a 30 year is no matter what years you get, you're going to double up what the house is actually worth. That's period.
Most of the time.
Unless
your neighborhood turns to shit.
Right. So what happens is that the only way you can get out of that is if, let's say, you want the lower payment by doing 30 years, but you still paying double like you're doing 15 years to get out of it.
Right.
Or you taking that money, you flip it and selling it. But the home, if you're not flipping it, you're talking about home forever home. If you're not paying it out cash right away, and not dealing with interest, it's for the birds. It's a scam, G.
It is.
It's no reason why you should be paying something for over double over the time that you have the loan.
The bank's giving you the loan. Why the fuck do they want to give you the loan without getting interest?
My point is, then why are they taking 20 years of interest before you start really hitting your principal?
Because it's a high risk loan and a lot of money on the loan. It ain't a fucking credit card that has 20% interest.
Well, it's a loan shark, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It's a loan shark.
It is a loan shark. Yeah,
that's all.
But that's what we're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a scam.
What would make it regular is if when you bought that house and paid it off, that was it. That's all. You paid all the property tax for that time. You paid all, because right now property taxes is higher than the mortgages.
It is.
That's how it's working. If you look at what you pay in property tax against what your actual mortgage is.
12.
What?
He said not if you divide it by 12.
You're saying for one month of your mortgage? Like property tax.
No.
My property tax is $10K for the year.
Yeah.
So you divide that by 12. That's fucking, that's not.
Yeah, but what's your mortgage?
My mortgage is higher than that.
By itself.
Yeah.
Not your home insurance, just your mortgage.
Yep. My mortgage altogether is, my house is high. My house is like the value. Well, the value is on my house is higher. So it depends how much your house costs. And you do a 30-year, obviously, and depends what your interest rate is too.
Well, you know what? You probably all right, because I forget who I'm talking to. Baller.
No, I ain't balling.
You know,
but I got my house. When I bought it in the fallout, like when all prices were fucking way down, and interest was way down, like right when COVID hit and shit like that.
You bought your house before COVID.
Before COVID, yeah. Right. And you know how like everything was super fucking low. I bought it on the tail end. Like I didn't get the like 2%. Everybody got like the 2% interest. I did it right off the bat. I came in like maybe a year or two late, and I got it at like my interest is 5%.
Yeah, mine is lower than that, but it's still the property taxes is high.
But my property tax is $10K.
That's still pretty high though.
My house was about $300K when I bought it, but now since then, prices of fucking houses went up crazy.
Oh yeah, they bananas now.
So now the same house is going for $500.
My thing is, what I think that if I had to buy a house, if I had to buy a house right now, what I would have done, what I would tell people is that unless you got another source of income that will pay for your house, don't buy a house yet. My recommendation would be buy you some property, allow that to generate some money for you, and then you buy your house so that it can pay for that.
Dude? You got to pay rent?
No, you stay where you are. So for instance, if I got the ability to buy a house and I'm in an apartment, for instance, I'm going to get the house and I may rent that house out. I may flip that out, whatever I'm going to do.
Fuck that. Dude.
I'm going to let that happen, and then I'm going to generate that income from that home, and then I'm going to use that income to get the house and pay for the house that I'm living in.
That sounds good, but dude, you're in Illinois. You know how many fucking rights tenants have? Landlords have no rights. You if you're not doing Section 8, you're going to get fucked as a fucking landlord. I mean, you have a high risk chance of getting fucked renting a house out as a landlord if you're not doing Section 8.
Yeah, but I mean that. But
you can't evict fucking people, dude. They can fuck your shit up.
I
heard so many horror stories.
Yeah, there's some horror stories, but there's some good stories too. I do know some landlords that got some decent people living in their place and had them for years.
It's roulette. It's
right.
really
It's
roulette.
a roulette.
It is. It's dice roll. It's dice roll. But at the same time, like for me, I think I would rather have the price of rents right now are almost the price of a mortgage. If say you got rents that are like fucking $1,800 for 2-bedroom apartments right now, right? And then you can buy a house and get a mortgage of like $2,200. That's fucking $400 a month more, but you're at least getting equity in the house. Once you pay that 30-year off, even if you paid in 15, you can take home equity loans. You could do all kind of shit with it.
Yeah, but people always talk about equity loans like you ain't got to pay that back.
Right.
No,
it's just like it's almost like doing a second mortgage because you take equity out and you got to pay that actual loan because it's a loan on your house.
Right.
It's a loan that you took out of, on equity. So my thing is,
yeah,
is
but
that,
you're able to get a large amounts of loans on it.
yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you're not taking that
still
equity
have
and
to
you're
give that
purchasing
money, dude.
something else like to generate money, meaning you're flipping a house, or
Yeah, but you're getting space, dude. You're getting a yard. You get a fucking space where you could have a garden.
Dude,
Yeah, but you also
wait, hold
you
on.
got fucking bedrooms.
How many times do your kids go play in your yard? For real. How much?
They don't. My dog does.
So you
So you
bought
bought
a
it for the
whole
house.
fucking house for a dog.
But I
And you didn't
I
even
like
have
it.
that. You
I
just
like
got the dog.
space. I like
Yeah.
the space though. I like it. I'd rather pay 20% more than rent to have the building of equity that's creating generational wealth, and also being able to have the bigger amount of space. I mean, I got a fucking 2-car garage that's attached. I got a fucking downstairs. I got an upstairs. You know, small little. My basement's small. Like same thing. Your setup, dude. You're saying you'd rather live in an apartment than this house right here?
That's
You
not
got
what,
three-
what
not
I'm
what
saying.
he's saying.
What I'm saying is that
How's it a
it's
scam?
how it's structured is a scam. My thing is that when you take something that's 3%, right? You got a 3% loan on your home, and with that 3%, you still end up over 30 years paying double what the house was. I get that it was a big loan, but think about it. At 3%, those people that are getting houses now running to 7.5s.
Right.
Imagine they're paying twice as much. They're paying 3 times for their home before 30 years is done.
Right,
So you
right.
don't think that's a problem?
I don't think it's a scam. I think the problem is supply and demand. So right now, buying I'm talking only Illinois because I don't really know about other states that much.
Right.
So I'm talking Chicago burbs area. What I see. So in my opinion, and what I hear from like real estate people I know is they have so much demand, but there's not enough supply. So basically, all these people that are owners can jack the fucking price up of a fucking house.
Yep.
You know, if you're selling your house, you ain't gonna sell it cheap. If this guy just sold his house next door for $600K, you're gonna and you got a nicer fucking yard than him, you're gonna sell yours for like $630, right? So at the same time, okay, that might be an outrageous price, but guess what? There's people out there that are battling to fucking buy that shit, and you sell it within 3 days. So you want to buy it for $630, and then I say, fuck that, I'll give you $640. So I could get it, and then within 3 days, and that's the shit that's happening. So right now, if the demands are high, the prices, people are going to take advantage of it.
That shouldn't change the outcome. That shouldn't change the outcome of what the bank is selling it for.
Yeah, because the bank,
I should be able to sell my. For instance, I got a Silverado truck.
Right.
If I sell it for $1 million, that should not change what the rest of Silverados cost. Just because I sell it, because that person's selling it for $630, that means the whole property on the block should change. Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
That's how it works.
I know that's how it works.
But I know, but I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
So
no, dude, if they're, I mean, cars are depreciating, but if you want to go with what you're saying,
But that don't mean you put the work on it. Check this out. Back to the house.
if someone's going to pay for it, then that's what
That
it's gonna
shouldn't
sell
change
for.
the rest of the property
Yes,
on
it
the
will.
block. I said it
Because
should not.
why
Listen to what I'm
shouldn't it, bro?
saying.
That doesn't make
Because
sense.
that don't mean you put the work into it.
It doesn't matter if you got someone willing to pay that for it. That's all that matters.
We're not
If
talking
I got
about
a Spider-Man fucking comic or a fucking Jordan fucking basketball card from the 90s, and you sell it for fucking $300,
that should make every Spider-Man card go up in appreciation.
why not? Everybody's gonna want to get what you got. Why would I say, oh yeah, I'll sell it cheap? Get the
But what
fuck
I'm
out of
saying,
here.
okay,
no,
so check this out.
I understand the theory on it.
I understand the theory as well, but let's just say Bugsy on his block, right? Put in a fire pit, put in a pool, put in this, and put everything
right,
up.
right.
That house should not change on the block because he put the value into that house. That's why he's selling it for $630.
Right, it's not gonna.
Right.
If
You can do so much to your house to outprice you out.
Right.
Meaning, like, because there's a scale. It ain't just like because I'm doing most stuff, every house on the block make the come up. No, eventually I'll price myself out of that where it'll be I put too much value into a home.
you're not going to get it back on return.
That's what I'm saying. I won't get it back on
because
return.
of what,
but you
depending
could,
on the area.
but you
who wants to
could.
go there.
Who's willing to pay for it?
Somebody
Yeah, but-
may be willing to pay for it, but what happens is that's Well, he's talking about market value.
Yeah.
So I'm saying if in the market, and what they do is they're not just looking at next door. When they look at homes, they look at what's comparable to what you have. So,
but not only that, but they're also looking at like school districts, everything, because depending on who's buying, they have different reasons for buying.
I get, but what I'm saying, and when we're talking about value of the actual house,
right?
Yeah, it's in a school district, but that value ain't go just automatically skyrocket. If the same amount of bedrooms and stuff like that in this house is the same as the one that just got sold across the street, that's the comparison. They're going to compare those and determine what an actual price is supposed to be. Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why it's not like it's not just straight off. I put a pool. If every house around me is 200,000, and then I put all this stuff into it, and then I want to sell mine for 500, that don't mean I'm selling it for 5 because they go look at what's comparable. All the other houses that didn't do it are selling for 250.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna have to kind of come down or whatever the case in order to get my house sold.
You might have to come to
whether
like a
I put that in
median,
it. That's what I mean.
Like you'll get more than 250, but you ain't getting the 500
if you don't see it selling. But there's people that would buy.
But I don't understand why you're saying it shouldn't be like that. That doesn't make any sense, dude. Why shouldn't it be like that?
Why shouldn't it be like that?
What he's saying? That doesn't make sense.
No.
If someone on the block sells it for this much, then everyone else wants a piece of that pie, and that's gonna boost up the surrounding houses. Because if I know that he sold it for that much, I'm not gonna sell it for less. So why shouldn't it be?
But
that's
how some real estate stuff is happening. Because what'll happen is that I'll come into your neighborhood and get the worst houses and build them up, right? And then what happens is, let's say the house that you have and the house that I bought, which was dilapidated, I increased it and made the property value go real high on it.
Right.
What happens is that when the assessor comes around and reevaluates your crib, they're reevaluating everything. They looking at comps too.
Right.
So what happened is that your property taxes go up, and you're like, how in the hell my property taxes is going up? Because these homes that I just purchased and I started selling for all this big money is making the neighborhood more valuable, but it's pushing you out.
Well, yeah, that's too bad for you.
That's what we're trying to say, Leo.
There's nothing wrong with that, dude. If your neighborhood value goes up, you got to be ready to take care of that. You're getting more value on your home.
You cannot live more. You know what I'm saying?
Then if you get priced out, dude.
But no, you can't put it like that, because if you got somebody that's, let's say, a senior, a retired person, you know what I'm saying?
No, but his mentality is too bad for you. That's how he think all the time.
Yeah, it is.
And it's kind of fucked up when you...
I don't think it is.
It is. Too bad you had, like he said, you have a senior in the house, right? I have a mother that's in her 70s.
Seniors get tons of discounts on all that shit, first of all. Property taxes.
You think they get enough discount? They're getting a fixed income.
They get a discount though, dude. There's all kinds of discounts.
They do get certain discounts.
When you're older, you should be at the point to where either you raised your kids good enough to help you, or
some people don't have kids. Some people have one kid, their kid died.
Or you invested smart enough to be able to have money.
But that don't make it
otherwise,
right.
Sell your shit and move to a smaller thing. That's how fucking
they shouldn't have to sell their shit because of how shit is.
Why do you think that property should not go up in value if the fucking neighborhood becomes a premier spot to live? Why do you think that shouldn't raise everybody else's shit?
The thing is, there still needs to be things placed in where, okay, like for instance, New York, where they had rent control, right? It's no matter what, because you've been there so long and these amount of years, this is what you pay, right?
They do have limits on property tax increases.
But that's what I mean. But we're talking about
my neighborhood. You can. I forgot. I think it might be the whole state. I don't know if it's just mine because they my neighborhood got this thing called home rule. I don't know if it's on here too, but basically they can set property tax increases. Like, okay, for the next 10 years, your property tax cannot go up more than 5% per year.
Well, some of the property
even if
tax,
the property fucking skyrockets.
Some property tax is also determined by what the actual where you stay, where that area, the amount of money that's needed for that particular area. So a budget is sent by whoever's whoever your aldermen or mayors or whatever town you live in, that type of thing. Those things are sent in, and then they request this money, and that money is allows them to increase property taxes in that area.
Now, do I think property taxes are too high? Hell fucking yeah, I do. Do I think interest rates are too high?
I think just to round off this conversation, I think we're a little biased on it. Not biased, but we're a little triggered with it because the Midwest in general,
Chicago
has the highest property tax
I think it's it's second highest. In the
second
country.
highest, like Chicago and everything. Cook County in general, a lot of our counties have the highest property tax in the Midwest. So when
that's because everybody here keeps voting Democrat, and you got too much fucking corruption. Everyone's taking money and fucking giving it away to everybody.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think it's a Republican Democrat. I think it's just even prior to it being
get rid of Pritzker.
Even prior to that, they were already being corrupt. We had the most politicians in jail than any state.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Illinois
so that's what I'm saying.
Corrupt,
Whether it was Democrat, whether it was a Republican, everybody was stealing.
Even if they're all corrupt, though, dude, it's just coming back to what we're talking about. Like, yeah, interest rates are high right now. It's crazy. Home prices are high. It's crazy. And property taxes are high. You do never own it because you got to pay property taxes.
Man, I'm standing on it. It's a goddamn scam. What you need to do is figure out how you can get out of it real quick. And then if you only have to pay property taxes, you're good.
All I'm saying is this, though. I know you think it's a scam, but it's the best option. It's better than renting.
Is. It's
better than renting.
I don't disagree with that. It's better than renting, right? Because like you said, all the benefits that you get from it, right?
Well, can it be improved? Yes.
And that's what we talk about. So then there's a scam somewhere in between there that I
don't think
that
it's a scam though. I think it's just more of everyone wants to make their money, man. So the people, the sellers of the houses, because of supply and demand, the people selling want to make their money. The real estate people want to make their money.
I agree.
The banks are giving because of the supply and demand.
It's greed, prices, bro. It's greed.
It's greed. But it's greed. You have to admit that it's greed.
It is to an extent, but look at if the home price is boosted up from $200K for the same house, now it's $500K because
that's a crazy fucking jump, though.
Then it's a risk of a bank to give you.
It's no way in hell you can tell me that it's not a scam. That if I give you $300,000 for your house and you end up paying me $800,000 at the end, that somehow that was right.
Because I'm loaning you fucking $200K for over a fucking 30-year period.
And then you could still, and not only that,
$200K is not a fucking credit card for $10K.
Okay, so check
with
this out, right?
With a fucking $10K limit. It's $200,000.
Leota. So somebody buy the house, right? They pay 15 years into it to the bank. They lose their house. They lose their job. They lose everything like that. They lose their house. They done paid, let's say the house was $200K. They paid $100K into it, or probably what would it be? $200K into it, because it'll double, like you said, right? They paid $200K into it. They lose their house. The next person has to pay that same amount for that house.
Right.
So that bank constantly making money off of it. And if a person lose their job, pay off their house, and they don't pay the property tax, even though they've been paying property tax for 30 years, they lose their house. You never own your house. It's always the bank, regardless of how, because you're on that property. It ain't that they give you your house and say, you know what, you didn't pay your property tax. You got to move your house. You can keep your house because you paid off for it.
Right.
Take your house. It's always the bank's house.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're saying. It's a scam that way.
Yeah, they put a lien on your house for the property.
Right.
On your house. They don't put a lien on the prop. They put a lien on the entire thing, your house, the land is sitting on and everything, and they take it.
That's why you got to pay your property taxes, dude.
I listen to what I said. If you look, we understand that. We understand that you have to pay it. That's not the fucking story.
The way that you guys are thinking is like so detailed, where it's like, you're the type of dudes that would be like, oh, why do I got to pay this property tax if I don't have kids? And this percentage of property tax goes to the schools.
That's not what we're saying.
So I should get 13% less property tax.
That's not what we're saying.
That's the type of mentality you have.
That is not the mentality that we're saying.
If you live in the area, dude, you should have to pay what that fucking percentage is based on your home value.
Yeah, but
if your home value goes down, your property taxes are going to go down.
Let's make it smaller. Okay?
And then we'll leave the conversation.
Right, then we're going to leave it. Just a quick example.
It pays for all your.
I'm going to say, hey, Leota, listen, man, I'm low right now. Can you give me a loan for $50? And you like, yeah, I can give you a loan for $50, but when you pay me back, you got to give me $400. You think that's right?
Yeah.
So let's move on.
If it's going to take you fucking 30 years to pay me back, yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
If you got the money, then it ain't.
So
I'm taking
Here
the risk.
we go. You keep going. We hear you.
I got
You don't give a fuck.
You know,
and if
when
you
I'm
don't,
on, you got to do some editing.
yeah, you got to do. I'm not doing no editing. But what I'm saying is that Leota's stance is that he don't give a fuck if he got to pay $1 million back. He just believe in the bullshit.
Yeah,
And we think different.
Dude.
It is
business.
bullshit. No, it is business.
It's business.
But all business ain't good business or
it's
right
smart
business. Well, it's smart on their half. Yeah, I got you. So anyway, speaking of homes, and welcome Portia.
Yo,
Lady P.
What's going on, guys?
She finally made it.
I made it.
she strolled in here.
Oh my God.
Let's hear
Got
about
the
your week
bedazzled
real
Crocs.
quickly.
Week, it was wonderful. It was
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
you
Day
still
was
smiling and
amazing.
shit. Okay.
Yeah. I saw what
nice.
you were posting. You were getting it in.
It was nice.
I didn't
had
look at
two.
not one of her posts.
She had a
Good.
Galentine
She had
and
two
a Valentine.
A Galentine and Valentine?
Galentine.
Y'all women do extra for no fucking reason.
It's
How come we don't got in there?
A
It's
bro in
necessary.
time?
a bro.
Yeah, we should do that shit. Dude.
What is
A
that?
guy in time? I don't know what to call it.
What is that going to consist
A
of?
cock in time.
That's gonna,
Fuck
that's
what
gonna
would
be
it be?
terrible.
But
Y'all are crazy. No, I had a great time. I hung out with my girls, my kids, and I had a date. So we enjoyed ourselves. I'm also hosting today. So
I am
today's
so
party.
proud of you.
today's game night. So it's Valentine. Are you wearing pink or red?
We supposed to wear
I'm
something
wearing
like
what I
that?
got on. I'm coming
You didn't
in
read the
just
flyer.
Like this.
You play too
I
much.
didn't read the flyer either. I just know
I
we having
didn't.
tacos.
That's all.
That is
Tacos and
it.
margaritas is all I saw.
Horrible. You guys do not read. But anyway, but yeah.
I don't read. I hate it.
So tonight ends my Valentine everything. But yeah.
Okay.
But it was nice. I enjoyed myself.
I
That's
thought you
what's
said it was
up.
supposed to be the whole month though.
I know, but I'm done. I'm wild. I'm done.
She loved out, huh?
Yeah, I'm loved out.
She gave enough loving on
Yes.
Valentine's Day.
Right. More special gifts.
All done.
That's
She's
what I'm
so
talking
silly.
about.
I
That's
can't
what I'm
stand
talking
Bucky.
about. Anyway, speaking of homes, the Bears are talking about moving.
That's
Y'all
so
need your ass
annoying.
whooped.
Wait, hold on.
Ownership.
I'm
Hold
so
on.
annoyed.
They're talking about leaving and going to Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Hammond, Indiana.
Hammond. Ugh.
Yeah, Hammond.
And
Which is right by the border, though.
it don't even matter.
It-
Would it still be the Chicago Bears?
Oh.
Even though, you have the Giants and the Jets, New York Giants and New York Jets
Mets too.
and Mets playing over in Jersey, would it still be called the Chicago Bears? And how do y'all feel about that? Since I have 3 Bears fans,
I'm
Right,
cool with
because
it,
count
dude.
yourself out, right?
I'm not a Bears fan. Y'all know
Clearly.
that.
That is horrible.
I thought didn't you say you were going to be a Bears
He was
fan?
supposed to
Because
be.
that's a
If
certain point in
I said if.
He reneged a
They
lot.
did. Are you kidding me? They didn't do what I said. So anyway,
We won a lot of games that you said that they weren't going to win. And
They didn't win with a
that
run
was
pass
that was
versus
one
a
game
throw
against.
pass.
That was
Doesn't
one
matter.
game I said that.
doesn't matter.
it
You
wasn't.
sup-
No, I said the Rams, they lost. They lost in the thing. That's the game. And the Bills lost. But the
It-
Bears, I said against Green Bay, they'll lose. It was no other game I said they're going to lose.
He's full of shit, but
Isn't
was
this
no
what-
other game.
Hey, this is what we
He
talked about
said
earlier.
that the whole goddamn season. You were talking to.
I was talking.
The whole
I
season.
did not.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you had
we
the
were
Bears
playing-
losing against everybody, bro. Like every damn week.
every week.
No, I did
This is
not.
what we talked about earlier.
No, I did
Where-
not.
Oh yeah, I
You
didn't
see what
say.
I'm talking
I
about?
didn't say-
check
That's
this out.
exactly what
And
I'm talking
exactly
about.
what I'm going to do next week. I'm going to play back every Bears conversation we
Oh
had
yeah, I
on
want
the
to see
pod.
this. I want,
That's what I'm going to
he's
do.
Gonna,
I'm
he's
chop
gonna
it up
edit words.
and play. I'm going to edit
He's
words
going to be
now.
editing his
I
sentences.
never said the Bears. I
Right,
said the
but-
Bears are doing good.
That's
I said I'm
crazy.
proud of them. I said they're not going to beat Green Bay. I don't think they will. And I said if they make it at this certain point into the playoffs, I said I will become a Bears fan.
This guy
They didn't even do that.
This guy's going to use AI for his clips. Oh yeah, you're gonna, the voice is going
Exactly.
to talk like this.
Anyways, how do y'all feel about them loose ass fucking Bears? Let's go. Since y'all want to talk shit,
Hater.
I'm going to talk about shit. Let's go.
He's such a hater.
Let's go.
I will be disgusted. I don't know. Like I feel like they shouldn't. Because if they're in Indiana, then they're going to be the Indiana Bears. Don't
No,
you
they can
think
still
so?
be Chicago Bears. Just like he was saying with like in New Jersey, it's like
You
a
don't know
fucking
that, though.
half hour,
See,
45 drive.
you
Right,
don't
but-
know
This
that.
is the problem.
They're
though.
all New York teams though. New York Jets, New York Giants, New York Mets, and it's all in New Jersey. All the stadiums.
But
I used to live
I
out there.
think we're
It's
different
like a
animal,
45-minute drive to get across the Jersey border to get to the stadiums. I've been there.
No, I get that, but my thing is that the fans of Chicago we are die hard,
Yes.
all about Chicago Bears.
It's going to change that vibe a little bit.
It's going to change it a lot.
That,
My thing is that one of the reasons that they're doing is because of money, right?
Yeah,
they supposed to don't have the money to pay back what they were supposed to pay so they can do other things. So they want to go and save money by going to have this tax break to another state, right?
Plus, they got the space to build the shit exactly the way they want it, where you got the stadium, you got investors, you got hotels, you got restaurants, and everything's all in this nice little 2-mile radius of each other.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that you're talking about your fan base is pretty much a majority coming from inner city and the north of that.
Right.
That's where they're coming to buy those tickets. If you bring it out here, now you're competing with, okay, great, it's on the border of Chicago, but you're still competing with Indianapolis fans of Indiana.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where it was here, because the Bears have only been 2 places. They only played in 2 places, and that was Wrigley and that was Soldier Field. Those are the 2 places, but it was always centralized in that particular area because of the fan base.
But Indianapolis is like a 4-hour drive.
Yeah, that's
whereas
it's like a
2-hour drive.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not 4 hours.
I drive slow.
My point is that people in
and his
Indiana,
BMW that got speed,
and my electric bike.
right? You got people in Hammond and those bordering states that are still Indianapolis fans. You understand? So my thing is that if it were me, especially with them coming off a somewhat successful season,
and the Colts,
give it a couple years to see how it go, and because people gonna be clamoring for those tickets now. You know what I'm saying? So you can generate some more revenue and everything, and be able to do what you want to do, far as money wise, here in Chicago.
Well, I'll tell you what. For me, I would rather have them go to Arlington Heights because it's close to my house. So
you selfish bastard.
Yeah, exactly.
But I told you, it's always about him.
I don't really give
always
a shit.
about him, and I'm the narcissist. And
because bro, if the Chicago Bears fans dealt with going to Bears games after these shitty fucking years of play, and they still sell the stadium out, people are gonna go whether it's Hammond, whether it's Arlington Heights, whether if they played in Indianapolis, fucking Chicago fans.
No, that's not true. The reason they're able to do that, one great thing about every place the Bears have ever had a stadium and played is because of the accessibility. Every location was easy to get to for the people that live there.
You like driving to fucking Soldier Field? I hate it.
You could take public. What I'm saying is a public transit. If they move to Hammond, those people that take public transportation, you got people that even have boats right there on Lake Michigan that just walk to the stadium.
Chicago, a lot of people don't have cars because of that public transportation on the north side. So that's where a lot of
it's super easy to get there, bro. If you want to watch, look at pretty much all our major stadiums. It's really easy to get to because of our public transportation.
Yeah. Don't you think Arlington Heights would be a better choice for the stadium?
No.
I think it would be.
No, because I'm talking about business-wise. Majority of your fans are coming from the area in that downtown, that southern, northern, western, easy to get to location.
Business
it's not easy to get to Arlington Heights.
You don't think they'll make it a way to get to Hammond? Hammond is not that far.
They're gonna have shuttles or probably something like
that. Right. They gotta
come
up with something.
Shuttle those many people unless they put a new rail line to Hammond.
Crazy.
Everybody gonna be trying to get on the metro.
Not in the olden days, but think about it. We have Ubers, all type of stuff. Like people, if they want to go, they're gonna go.
Hey, there a metro
I understand
that goes
what
out
you're saying, but what I'm saying is that when you have it a lot easier, you got people that move and pay double what they want to pay on a house just to commute easier to work. You think as a fan that if I live way up north, if I live in Evanston and I know I can get on the train and get right to Soldier Field, I'm gonna be happy to get a ticket and go all the way to another state.
They don't give a shit about you, bro.
Right.
They don't give a shit about
and
those people.
And we know that. But
because if you build up a whole fucking 2-mile radius of hotels and restaurants, they're probably thinking the least amount about the Bears fans and people coming to that game and buying tickets. They're thinking about the money they're making on this shit outside of the fucking stadium, which is probably going to be triple what they're making on selling tickets.
That's what Hammond is thinking, and that's why they probably put the bid in.
And Arlington Heights, because they can build it the same way there because that racetrack is where they're going to build it.
Yeah.
Which they tear all that down. Hey, you ever been to Detroit Stadium?
Yeah.
No.
So the way that's set up, you got fucking the Tigers right here. Then you got the Pistons.
Right.
And then you got the Lions. And it's all right next to each other with one giant ass parking lot. and then a million fucking hotels and restaurants. Eminem got his restaurant over there, Mom's Spaghetti. Yeah. All that shit. It was
terrible, by the way.
It does suck. But it's all in this like little fucking 3 mile little bracket, right? So when you go down there, people are going down there. They're gonna fucking rent a fucking car or come down there with public transport does go there. But I don't know if they built something or what. But anyway, they're making so much money off the hotels, people staying there, the restaurants, all that shit.
I just think it's not going to be like people think it's good, like what the Bears think is going to be. Even if it does, it's not going to boom right away. It's going to be a problem if they, like I said, we're so loyal and against everybody but Chicago. When you move to Hammond, it's going to take a lot of that nostalgia out from what we know. My generation knows Soldier Field.
Yeah,
Grandpa. Them probably know when they were at Wrigley or whatever the case.
Field, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So right now, that's what we know. Everybody was gun-ho when they gave them money to even improve Soldier Field, because I've been to those games at Soldier Field. It is still a nice place. It's still the only thing I would say
they
is
remodeled it too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, some years back.
So when they remodeled it, it's still a nice place. So I'm like, the thing is, you're looking more of a tax break, but you're not looking for those individuals that are diehard fans. I'm gonna just start watching it on TV instead of buying the ticket.
It's about the cash.
I kind of get what Leota's saying as far as financial reasons. It's probably, a good idea, but however, like Bugsy, like we're probably gonna lose a lot of people that actually used to just enjoy the heart of the city. Like going to Soldier Fields and enjoying the game. Like that's a vibe.
I want to know what they're gonna turn it into.
Right. So are they
nothing?
not?
It's gonna be like a museum, bro. They go. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna. They can't. It's a historical site,
right? They can't.
So they can't They can't do anything with the infrastructure. If nature come and do it, that's different. Tsunami come and tear it apart.
If they were smart, what they would do is have the shuttles. You make it like into an event where you go down to if you're still in the area, say you're coming from Evanston, you go over there. They have where you could fucking have the shuttle over there. You meet the shuttle. You go as all you can eat, all you can drink. Fucking while you're shuttling to Hammond, and then at the same time, or you can stay there and they got the, sometimes they play the game on a big screen. You go watch it at Soldier Field.
You got such fucking ideas.
Ain't nobody doing all that. I can sit at home.
If you can't tear it down, they'll do that shit.
Bro, I can stay at home like Bugsy said. What the fuck I'm gonna go there?
How many times you guys see where a game's outside and they got crowds of fucking people at the stadium watching it on a big
Not
screen?
regular games. You talking about 17 games. And they might stretch the games. They said,
but you talking about tailgating and stuff like that.
You're talking about tailgating.
They'll do shit like that, dude.
Yeah, but that's because the game is happening right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to be there. Ain't nobody go turn the Soldier Field into a drive-in.
Okay.
Right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they'll have concerts there still.
That's enough
Chicago,
about them
stay where you are, you motherfuckers.
Indiana Bears.
That's enough about them Indiana Bears,
Man, kiss ass.
I'm for it,
Don't
man.
be trying to move, because if we were talking about New York, we'll be talking the whole podcast, you bastard.
Well, we
We're trying to move on.
So,
For me, dude, though, it's still going to be Chicago Bears. They're going to be making more money.
It's going to be
It's going to be better.
So they're not going to change it.
It's still the LA Rams. It's no longer St. Louis Rams.
And Bugsy, I bet you still come with me if I get a ticket. I'm going to get a ticket, and I'm going to take you to a game in Hammond. Chicago Bears, I bet you're still going to grow. You're going to whine the whole time like a grumpy old man, but you're still going to grow.
I'm going to make a disturbance.
The tickets might be cheaper.
I'm going to call in a bomb threat.
I'm calling a bomb threat.
Do it at the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, right?
Anyway, that is funny. That is funny. Lady P, you're here.
I am.
And we was just talking about, Love Month and Valentine's Day. So to you guys, not just to her, how much sex? Now look at her. She ready. How much sex is healthy in a relationship? Meaning, and I clarify that you and your partner should have to keep the relationship healthy.
Did you know that men are supposed to ejaculate like 80 times a week or something like that to prevent cancer and stuff?
Prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer.
Prevent.
Yeah.
I gotta start
I don't know.
So-
I don't know if it's 80.
What you say, Leota?
It's probably not 80,
80,
but
that's crazy,
I'm
man.
drastic. So for me, I think it's unlimited. Just for my person, I feel like,
Whenever.
Yeah, because I feel like, especially for health reasons too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her excuse.
And that's why for the health reasons.
For health reasons, definitely. But no, I think if I'm thinking just normally, like without health reasons, I would say maybe a normal relationship like 4 times a week.
Hey, can I just
wait? Hold on. What relationship? Hold on. She said 4 times. I say at least 2 times a week would make it healthy. A healthy relationship.
Well,
yeah, I feel too.
That's actually studies.
Yeah,
actually say there's a study out that literally says men that are in the happiest relationships have sex no less than twice a week.
Yes. See, so I was right.
That's a good, comfortable medium where you can still, get all your other shit done, focus on everything else that takes time in your family life, but still be able to, get that satisfaction.
I don't know.
I think it depends on
a week.
But don't you think it depends on the person?
But it also depends on the relationship too. Like if you have like a fresh relationship, or I think
at the beginning you be fucking like rabbits.
Yeah, exactly.
When you get married and
you
get
get comfortable, it slows down. I think twice is doable. But I think when you're fresh in a relationship, I think
that's because life happens, right?
Life happens.
You have children.
It's not life.
You got kids. You going to work. And
you got stress.
Y'all on different schedules.
It changes.
And sometimes as you age, your libido gets lower. Or, it depends on the person.
I'm not even talking about that. You know what,
drive.
Portia? No, I'm going to pull the truth out of your ass today. I'm pulling the truth out.
Hey, before you do that, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
80 times a week, that's 11 times per day.
Dang.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I don't know if I could do that.
No,
There'll
I don't think anybody could do
that. Yeah.
Hey.
You can't do no work.
But
right?
it's healthy.
No. I'm going to pull something because I spoke about this too, and I had to really think about this later on.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're smoke screening by saying comfortability.
Mm-hmm.
I think what happens is the reason why we smash it so much in the beginning is because we're still attractive. We're still attracted to them. Mm-hmm. After a while, you're not as attracted to them over time.
Why?
I don't know.
Is that what you think?
Listen to what I'm saying, though.
Okay.
Because the longer you're with them, things will change.
Yes.
And that same
gravity takes place
or whatever that you had, that same attraction, that lustful attraction dissipates a bit. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you look at, and it could be your physical might have changed, your attitude, whatever it is, but whatever was attractive to you that made you want to jump their bones all the time will change.
Because of
I think it's the new spark. I don't think it has. Yeah. I think it's the new spark. When you first get with somebody, it's like, ooh, I'm with this person. I can't believe me and this person smashing or whatever it is. But
what's the spark? That's the attraction.
Plus, you're trying new shit.
You're trying new stuff, right? You're trying to feel that person more and more every time, right?
It's just like if you have food, like you go to a good restaurant, you got the best fucking pizza you ever fucking had. This shit's great. But if you're eating that shit every day, it becomes average because you have it so much. Yeah. It doesn't have that specialness to it anymore.
I would disagree because I still have attraction to my wife the same way when I first got with her. I have that attraction.
I don't.
But you're probably not doing it as much as you did.
No, absolutely not, because we have a 3-year-old. And like I said, life changed.
That's a damn excuse.
It's not an excuse. My daughter don't sleep. Let me tell you something. My daughter don't sleep. And then...
You're saying that you're when you first met your wife, like that first 6 months.
I am still attracted to her the same way.
You're
yes.
still, nah, dude, I don't believe that.
That's
he
you.
Said, nah.
That's you because you don't like your fucking wife.
No, I love my wife.
I talk about her all the time.
I like my wife. I'm saying,
and it's her birthday. I love you, baby.
Anybody out there that
birthday.
It doesn't matter if it's your wife, any girl that I've ever been with for a lengthy amount of time, after like 6 months and the newness wears off. I'm not saying I lost total attraction. I'm just saying that it's not the same as it was.
I am attracted to her the same way. I promise you that.
Yeah, but the lustfulness is changing. And my thing is that why is it that there's so many excuses? My thing is, one of the things I will say is that should be held so important because that's the only thing technically that you and that person shares only between you two. You share your food, your house, your money, everything else. But that intimate, that sexual, that sex that you have with your partner is the only thing you technically supposed to be sharing with each other. The only thing in the world that y'all sharing with each other is that. So my thing is that if you're coming and you don't think that's important enough to prioritize, then does that give you the okay
Nope.
to slide?
No, it does not. Well, okay, so
I think it does.
But this is my thing. That's why I feel like you're
Leota.
supposed to make the relationship
dude's
exciting,
selfish.
no matter how old it's been. Like it could have been 10, 20 years. I feel like you're supposed to make it. Take a drive. Go have sex in a car or something like something. And that's probably irritating as hell, but it's because y'all at y'all big age. But like do something spontaneous.
See, we be sneaking and having sex. That's what I'm saying. We still
that's what I'm
attracted
saying.
to each other. But that's what I'm saying. Our 3-year-old right now, she's in that I want mommy. Right. So as soon as mommy get up, she's following her. As soon as she goes, she's following her. You know, little
it's
girl.
harder. It makes
she's
it
like-
harder.
It makes it very hard. So by the time the nighttime come,
tired.
we are tired. We're playing dollhouse with our 3-year-old all day. Then we got other kids we have to attend to.
But it's
and we
because
still have
it's because of what you put as a priority. Because my thing is, check this out. If your old lady, you had a hard work day of work, and she wanted to get down, you go get down.
Absolutely.
Right? Because right now,
I'll
in
leave
your
this pod
mind,
right-
there's
that's
been
what I'm
times I
saying.
don't
That's
wanna do
a
it.
that's
I
a
would leave this
priority,
pod
though.
right now and go get some while y'all talking.
You know what I'm saying? But my thing is that if you get up, you take a shower. You get up, you do your hair. You get up, you do your makeup. You get up, make sure you eat. You do all these things because you put them as a priority for you.
Correct.
So whether you're tired or not, whether you dog tired, you get up and make it a priority to happen.
Right.
So my thing is that it's all about what you prioritize. If prioritizing
This is
that
true.
I be intimate with my partner
Twice a week.
at twice a week or whatever, if you had a priority, you're gonna make it happen.
This is true.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. So what happens is that that's what we're running into.
But that's
how
if
things
you
are happening.
ask for that priority. So and it has to be communication.
Yes.
Because if you're acting as, okay, cool, I know she's tired and you go off, you got to have that conversation.
But I get it. But that's what I said earlier. If you have all that, if you have those conversations, if you know that's a priority, and your partner don't do that, does that give you the permission?
I think it does. I think if you
To slide.
communicate with your partner that these are my needs and 2 times a week should be prioritized, and I feel like that's a reasonable amount for any person, whether their sex drive is low or high. If you try to talk to them numerous times and you can't get them to meet you halfway with that at that 2 times, then yeah, I feel like you either have the right to either slide out
No.
and do your thing,
No.
or, it depends on the person. Do you want to just discontinue this relationship?
I
or
think-
is it a cheaper to keep her situation and then you just slide out?
It's always cheaper to keep her.
But I think either one is acceptable.
You see what I'm saying? It's cheaper to keep, but you're
it's
saying
not-
no. Just
no, but
bounce.
I do feel like a conversation needs to be had. Like, oh, okay, well, if
Yeah, but if it doesn't work though, what if?
but
it
you
don't work?
don't just you leave a relationship before you slide. I don't think you should slide.
Well, you
during,
literally
I
just
don't-
said it's cheaper to keep
It
her.
is.
So
It's
yeah,
so
you
much cheaper.
and I value your opinion on
I
your
don't.
end as a
I would
lady
do it.
Fuck
Cause-
your
because
opinion. I don't.
she wants you to stay. But historically, we get effed in the B every time when, especially it won't. Let me rephrase it. If you're just in a relationship with them, y'all don't have any ties. Y'all don't own property. You don't have kids and everything.
Right.
Get out of there.
Exactly.
But if you got stuff holding you together,
Or you could invite somebody
you
to bed
can't
with
just
y'all.
slide.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Wowzers.
Right?
Wait a minute.
You know, hey, you know.
Like,
you know.
okay, well, if you're not gonna do it, Shaquita will. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
she gonna
right.
be here at
Yeah.
7.
Your sister wife.
I'll tell you what though. I'll tell you what though.
Crazy.
In my situation, if I wasn't getting at least 1 or 2 times a week, I would slide because for me it'd be cheaper to keep her. So in my marriage situation, if I wasn't getting it 1 or 2 times a
Leota.
week, I would slide.
See?
But obviously, I would
this
try to communicate with the person first numerous times. I wouldn't just I'm gonna go cheat. But if I tried to talk to her and nothing was happening, nothing was working, and I took it as far as I felt that I
What
could
would you
take
give it? Like a
I
year?
would do it.
A year or
No,
2?
less than that.
Less
I
than
mean,
that?
I would talk. I'm gonna keep.
But you gotta
fucking
understand,
riding.
like he said, life happens. So it's like you can't give her less than that. Like a year, like I think is big. Like because you
I
give
agree.
room for adjustment. Like
You do.
it's too much
Nah,
going
that's a
on.
long time, a year.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like this. If you start talking about it, this should be something that She could just lay there and spread her legs. I don't care if she enjoys it or not, as long as I do.
Well, according to
this fucking guy,
according to Portia, if you're doing prostate prevention,
then
you probably
and that would be part of my conversation.
She probably be doing prostate checks too.
That should be a part of your
Doing
conversation.
prostate checks?
I'd be like, listen, this is a health risk for me. My fucking prostate right now.
It's suffering.
It's swollen.
I can hear it fucking mumbling right now.
Well, we already know you get your prostate checked by your wife.
Yeah, you already
You
said
told us that earlier. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
What you missed was he get his
You get the best fucking orgasm.
he let his wife play with his ass.
I'm done.
Nah, I don't do that.
No. I can't with you guys.
No, but I think 2 times a week should be enough to keep a healthy relationship.
I agree 100%.
A healthy relationship. Even 1 time a week.
Yep.
Give me something.
It's got I would say average 2 times a week, but depending on life, it could go maybe 3 times or it could go down to 1 time.
I think minimum is 2.
Because you think about this, right? I go to work at 8 o'clock. I get up for work at 7 o'clock, right? Mm-hmm. I'm working from home, 8 o'clock. Start working. She get home around 5 o'clock. Football season about to start.
he lied his ass off already.
Anyway.
He get up at 7:55.
No, I don't.
He up early?
No. I get up
at
and
8.
start adjusting myself for work. I wake up at 4:30 every morning.
Right,
So,
you be up early.
I be up early. So 7 o'clock, start getting ready for work, start working from home. Then I finish at 4:30. She gets home around 4:30, 5 o'clock. Now I got to go football practice from 5 to almost 8:30 at night. Mm-hmm. By the time I get home from doing all that shit, sometimes I don't even want to do it.
That's crazy.
But I'm going to do it anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm going to do it anyway.
Me personally, I just feel like, I don't know if my energy will get, will downsize as the older I get.
No,
but
women, they rise when they get older.
Does it rise? Because I don't know. But I feel like...
These horny old ass women?
You're right. I
Finding
heard that
younger
before.
men?
I heard that before.
Yes.
But I just feel like, I don't know, 2 is minimum. Like, I don't care if you're brushing your teeth. I'm going to want to jump your bones. Like, especially if I'm in love with you and I'm like, yes, like I want to smell you and kiss you at the same time person. So it's like, to be around someone 7 days a week and don't jump their bones, that's insane. Like, I don't know if I could do it. Me personally, okay. 2 is minimum for me.
Yeah, 2 is good.
2 is good.
And the P,
and not only that,
and the P stands for pleasure. Ain't that Lady P?
Anyways.
And it don't even have to be sex, man. I mean, it could be one day out of the week sex. The other day she just gives you a fucking BJ. That's good enough for me. I'll take that.
Hey, something got to happen.
That's what it got to be. Something intimate. Let's say that.
I'd rather take that. One sex day, one BJ day. I'd rather take that.
Why not a BJ and sex both days?
Right.
Nah, I got 2 times is too much.
All you know is that it's helping your prostate. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
exactly. You could tell our other co-host is white. He's saying BJ. Do this getting your dick sucked.
Oh my God! Wait a minute, rated it.
I'm trying to go lighter for the listeners. You guys say I go too hard and fucking arrogant, and
you've been saying
offensive,
fuck and
so
shit the entire time.
I'm trying to tone it down, man.
You've been saying the other words all day, but you can't say.
But I'll tell you what though, there's been times where like me and the wife plan it out, and then at the end of the day, she still wants to do it, and I'm like, fuck, I'm fucking tired. I'm going to sleep, and she's laying there, and she'll get pissed. So. Now, if she does that to me, I don't get pissed off. I just deal with it. But when I do that to her,
what you mean? What you mean deal with it?
No, like say we plan on, all right, tonight, we'll do some shit tonight, and we're like, yeah, later, after everybody sleeps, and then it's late, and then she ends up falling asleep, and then nothing.
She be pretending. She be over there with her eyes tight.
Open.
No, I'll just deal with it. I'll be like, all right, cool, we'll just do it tomorrow, whatever. And then, but now if I do that and I'm tired and I'm falling asleep and she wants to do it and I don't do it, she gets pissed off.
Okay, so question: Have you guys went weeks?
I have, yeah,
absolutely.
Weeks.
Every guy has went weeks without sex.
I have a mean ass attitude. Like, don't talk to me.
No, I think I get frustrated. I think I get frustrated.
That's because y'all control it.
That's not true.
Women do control the sex. They do.
That's not true.
They do. Women control.
What'll
How?
happen if I come and you really don't want to do it, and I'm like kind of forcing you to do it?
Leave me alone. Stop. And pushing her.
I don't think
yes,
I've
they do.
ever rejected my partner.
Okay. Well,
I've never done that, so I don't know. That's because I probably 9 times out of 10 I've probably done it even when I didn't want to.
I think more men need to find a lady P then, because
that's what
that
it
is not the consensus.
That
for
is not.
a lot of
You
long-term
have 3 men telling you
relationships.
the same exact story.
Yeah,
Same.
I think sometimes you just get too busy and shit's going on and you're tired,
is.
you know? And sometimes, I mean, there's times where I can fucking get my wife in the mood right now, but do I really want to do all that shit? Fuck that. I'm going to go in my little computer room where put on X videos.
Oh my God.
And I'm done, you know?
That
It's quick, it's
is
easy.
no. Oh my
I do that
goodness.
shit sometimes. I ain't going to lie. I don't feel like putting the work in.
Nah, I hear you.
Lazy
But nah,
Lazy.
Lazy ass don't want to put the work in.
See, we talked about this before because y'all can. It's so much pressure and so much work that we do during
Sex.
intimacy.
Oh my God.
It's easier for women during sex.
sex.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Y'all lazy.
And fucking intimacy. There's that intimacy.
Right.
Sex.
Plus,
we
we're
are
doing most of the work.
grown on
We're
this
the ones.
podcast.
We're the ones thrusting in and out. Most of the time, I mean, okay, yeah, you ride a little bit, but you get tired. But
This is becoming
Most-
rated R for
it's
sure.
X. This is triple X.
This
What
is
are you
triple
talking
X.
about?
Right.
You just gave me the green light.
I gave him the green
Why
light.
did you do that?
And guess what?
Talking
On my
about thrusting.
podcast, we say what the fuck we want. Full volume, no filter. That's what we fucking about. Let's
This is
go.
crazy.
All
I
I'm
can't.
saying is that, yes, twice a week. Great. That's it. No more, no less. Twice a week. That's how I feel.
I can do that. That's
You can figure it out.
Twice a week should be, I say, minimum.
minimum.
Y'all hear that, women?
Especially if y'all got a busy life, you got to prioritize that. If you don't,
Yes.
then don't be, getting an attitude if somebody slide out
That's
after they
right.
told you that's what they needed.
I
All
agree.
the listeners out there,
I agree,
pay
Bugsy.
attention to that.
Y'all women?
Listen to your
Bust it
Suck your
open.
guys, suck your guys' cock. If you're
Yes.
fucking tired, suck your guys' cock once a week. Bang them once a week. Bang
And
them
he
twice a
good.
week.
And guess what?
And he good.
Otherwise, he got the right to slide.
It is good for health.
coming from
It's
Bugsy.
good for health.
Most
He said it's-
doctors will tell you it's good for your health,
Yes.
people.
Hey, hold on. He said it's coming from you. He ain't say his name. Coming from Bugsy.
Coming from Bugsy.
Coming from Bugsy.
Nah,
Nah,
listen,
Hey,
nah,
listen,
I agree with
that's
that. Nah,
word
I-
up. If you're not doing that, then y'all need to have a real conversation. If that
about
convers-
having an open relationship. For real, for real.
I
If
agree.
you are not willing.
you say that till it's the other end.
Right. It's if you're not doing that, have that conversation that he can slide off and you know nothing about it.
And you know what? I know some older women have literally said, I don't care what he do.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm
I know
like,
some
that's
people too.
crazy.
That's because what they
I'm territorial,
prioritize, he's
though.
taking care of.
Yeah, but I'm territorial. No. What? Right.
I got you. So moving on from that conversation, I want to talk about, and I want to give a rest in peace to the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Jesse Jackson.
Rest
Yes.
in peace.
Yes.
He was a legacy.
Yes.
He did a lot for the
Yeah.
black community
Mm-hmm.
in general. So I know, Bugsy, you have more information and know more about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was pretty much, he was just an older man. But the thing is, the one thing I could say about him was that Jesse Jackson, even after civil rights and everything, still tried to make sure that our voices were being heard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He still stayed with, when you talk about legacy of a person, you talk about somebody like that because he was still in the fight for equality all the way back from, the 60s and so forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was still at the front line on a lot of things, even when his health was getting a little bit bad. He still had that voice and still would say things. So I do commend somebody that will,
Fight the
pretty
great
much
fight.
they were fighting no matter what. They would stand on what their principles were and everything like that, because that was a very important part. You talking about a man that was standing right next to Martin Luther when he was shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the most you right in it. If we talking about somebody that's in it, you walking where you know you can possibly be lynched. It wasn't like you had 20 or 30 cops sitting out there making sure somebody didn't throw a bottle and burn your house down.
Right.
People don't understand the significance of that. These people were still fighting 70s and the 80s for equality the 90s, trying to get things happening for black people. You know what I'm saying? So it's a, don't just take it like he was just some guy.
Right.
There's a legacy behind what he did to help. And mind you, this is the thing, this is what a lot of people leave off too. Civil rights wasn't just about black people, even though they try to make it seem about that. A lot of those things allowed a lot of immigrants to be able to come over and establish things here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? That equality, that citizen, because that's what it was about. It was about saying that we were people. We weren't dogs. We weren't animals.
Yeah.
That's what it was about. It wasn't about you just being black. It was about you being an actual citizen.
Yeah.
You weren't even looked at. So if you weren't Caucasian for a period, then every ethnicity was technically not. We just happen to have it the worst. So that opened the door for a lot. So that fight meant a lot for not only black people. So if anybody listening to this, don't look at it like he was just a black person's advocate. He was an advocate for anyone who was trying to make it. Those ones that were being kicked, those that were being held down, they couldn't do things for their families, immigrants that wanted to come in. He was that guy. So yeah, we should celebrate the life that he had and appreciate everything he did for this goddamn country.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He started Rainbow Push.
Rainbow Push, exactly.
And Rainbow Push what was it? People United.
Yes.
To save humanity? That's what it was?
Yeah.
Right. And that's what's up, man.
We're still fighting it.
Rest
now.
in peace to the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
What did he pass away from anyway?
Parkinson's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had Parkinson's. So, like I said, rest in peace. Hearts go out to his family.
Yes.
And hopefully someone can fill his shoes. But it's going to be hard.
It's going to be hard.
For someone to fill those shoes.
Yeah, his son, I think, is running for senator or something like that.
And he ran for president before.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
yes,
back
twice.
in the 80s.
Twice.
I think it was against Ronald Reagan, matter of fact. It was against Ronald Reagan, and I think he did it again against Bush or something like that.
And one thing I could say about Trump, they were friends. They were friends. When he was running for president, Trump didn't want to run against him because he said, that's my friend. Why would I run against him?
I was just going to add that he's cool with my boy Trump. I've seen a lot of pics of them together.
Yeah, his boy Trump.
I really don't know too much about Jesse Jackson, but the neighborhood I grew up and the opinion everyone that of Jesse Jackson around me, they didn't like him. They used to call him a race hustler and a poverty pimp. That's what they used to call him.
Yeah,
but I mean I don't want to say anything negative because I really never.
You just did.
No. I mean I never really.
Right.
I never really looked into the stuff that he did or accomplished. So I never really formulated my own opinion on him. But I'm saying that that's what
you heard.
a lot of people would push, in my region.
Yeah, but that's why.
That's okay.
And I wonder why they viewed that based on this. I'll probably look.
We didn't say he was a perfect man.
Yeah, I know,
but
he is.
But he stood for something bigger than you and me.
Yeah, and it seems like based on your guys' opinion that your viewpoint of him is that he made a lot of important changes
that has you and I sitting here together.
It was
right.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure that
like you just said, that is true. The fact that we're sitting here together, it was he fought so we could sit here and have his podcast.
Yeah.
So we can so it wouldn't be so it wouldn't. You got to think about this, and I'm a hip you to a lot of things, to some other stuff.
He don't hip you. His old ass. He always
no. This is word up.
No, it's all good. I'm just
the fact that
I'm
there
talking
was
from older people that are from the fucking grew up in the 70s.
No, I get
That's
it.
how their view was.
But
It's
when you think about this, it was a time that if me and you were cool, they would lynch you because you were cool with me.
Yeah,
right.
That's how terrible it was at a time where he was fighting to make sure that we can have that equality.
Absolutely.
So it wasn't just. That's what I said when I'm talking to people. They a lot of times put Jesse Jackson's legacy as just a strictly black issue, and it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was about equality. Equality is everybody.
Right.
So it allowed everybody to commingle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, which is crazy.
You,
and now you got a lot of people that's saying that was the worst thing that could have happened.
How?
Segregation.
Oh.
Because they felt that when we were segregating, we were doing better as a people.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Even violence-wise, you saw it different. when they bought from their own and everything like that. But what happened was prior to that, like I can give you another tip. Before that, the only reason, do you know why it's Chinese restaurants in a lot of black neighborhoods and not anywhere else? It's because they didn't allow, they didn't give black people loans for businesses like that.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't do it for the Asian people. They wouldn't allow them to come into their neighborhoods. But they did in an attempt to take away monies, give Asian people money to open smaller businesses. There was a loophole in it. Because if you open a restaurant, it allowed you to get the loan. If you tried to do another business like they do beauty salons and beauty supplies and everything, they wouldn't let them do none of that stuff. Wow. But the loophole within that legislation when they had at the time back in the 60s and stuff like that was that if it was a restaurant like where you were selling goods like that, then you can open it. And that was a loophole that a lot of them did. And that's why you see a lot of them in it. It's not that we like it and it tastes better to us, and that's why we jumped on it. That's where they were allowed to be. Too.
Huh? The real estate was cheaper probably too.
Before the real estate even happened, it was just the loan. They would qualify them depending on where they were going. Think about it right now. Okay, how many Asian restaurants do you see in predominantly Caucasian areas?
None.
You might see one or two.
You see few, but I'm just saying.
But compared to right now, if you Google Asian restaurants right when you are in this neighborhood,
it was probably all over the place. Based on what you're saying, it was probably the best option. Like, okay, if I'm Asian, if I'm going to come here, am I going to start a fucking dry cleaners, a beauty salon, or a restaurant? Like you're saying, you get the loan if you put it in a low income area. Yeah, why not do it? It's smart from the perspective of an Asian immigrant. It's a smart move.
No, they were forced. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. They were forced to come in those areas because they wouldn't allow them in the white neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, they would only give them the loan if they did it.
Exactly, because when you think about a major city at the time,
you think you're gonna make more money in a white neighborhood or a black neighborhood? I'm saying who had more money back then is what we're saying. If they're allowing it to be in a certain demographic neighborhood, right?
It wasn't money. It wasn't money based.
Saying,
it was strictly because you weren't white. So we're going to put you all in the same areas.
I get what you're saying.
No, right. Yeah. I'm saying, where would you rather put your business? Would you rather put it downtown where people spend more money? Or would you rather put it in a black neighborhood where you might?
Well, that's not comparable. There's white neighborhood, black neighborhood. Downtown got nothing to do with it. I don't think.
What you mean?
I mean, I'm like you're comparing downtown to a black neighborhood. Okay. I would say you would compare more like blue collar white neighborhood versus.
Okay, let's say Beverly. If it Beverly, right. Okay, Beverly or Stone Terrace.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Where you think a Chinese person want to go?
They want to go to Beverly.
Beverly, but what he's saying is that they saying, no, you can't come here.
I got you.
You have to go there.
Yeah.
You know,
we don't care if you go over there. We don't care you go over there. Because that's not us.
If you're going to go over there.
Exactly.
Right. Like, if you try to come over here, no, you can't open none in our neighborhoods. We're segregated.
Yeah.
But here's the law. If you want to go with them black folks, go on ahead.
And you're talking about the 80s probably, right?
No, I'm talking about back in the 60s and the 70s and all the way up. Legislation is different now. Yeah. You know, they technically say they don't care, but we're seeing that the practices are still happening. You understand what I'm saying? So you see those areas, you get a lot of pushback depending on what kind of business you want to open up.
Yeah.
Because you have to go to those people in that area that does the legislations, whether it be an alderman, whether it be the mayor of that town, whether the president of your town.
Yeah.
You got to involve them and let them know what your business plan is for that. If they don't like it, I don't care who owned that building, you're not getting licensed to go in there.
So what he advocated for?
He advocated for people in general to have civil rights to do things, to be able to be together and be able. Well, I can open a business in your neighborhood, or I can just walk in your neighborhood without being killed, possibly.
Absolutely. Think about liquor stores. Where do they put liquor stores at? You know,
right? But I mean, you know, you got to look at it from a perspective of
what?
What do you? There's certain things that you're going to open in certain areas that are going to make more money. If you look at low income areas, now we're looking just from a Chicago perspective. That's what we base it on. Chicago, if you look at Chicago and surrounding suburbs, white neighborhoods are predominantly middle class to rich. There's really no poor white neighborhoods around here, right?
Around here?
Around Chicagoland area.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Trailer parks.
Yeah, but that's not a neighborhood though.
That is a
That's
neighborhood.
just like a fucking parking lot.
You talking about an actual city? No.
Yeah, like a
That's
town,
because
but-
they're never gonna label them like that.
No, but dude, most of them are that. They're middle class and up. If you go like to a different state,
But
like
that's
because
not
we're talking.
That's not poverty though.
No,
If
but
you're
most
talking
of
about
our
middle class.
views are based on Illinois a Chicagoland perspective.
Yeah.
So if you go to like another like a southern state like fucking Arkansas or like Wyoming or fucking some shit like that, I bet you that there's areas that are super fucking hillbilly, low income, white areas.
Yeah, but see,
and it's different from here.
But that's because they don't label them like they don't label them as impoverished area. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They don't say that's
They do.
a impoverished black area is named the ghetto. What's the name for a
They
impoverished
wouldn't
white
call it the ghetto.
neighborhood?
They wouldn't call it the ghetto.
That's what I'm saying.
But-
What is the name for a impoverished white area?
They would just call it a low income area.
Low income area.
But what I'm saying is that low income areas is going to have more people that want to deal with living low income by drinking away their shit. You know,
That is a true statement.
So I feel like,
But they have
in
the
Chicago-
option and opportunity to do that because of where they're putting it.
no, I know, but you're talking about like why is there more liquor stores in black areas? I'm saying like the reason that they do that is because they feel since it's a low income area and people are ready to drink away the pain, they're going to build that there. They're not going to put something like a fucking like a high price coffee shop or a fucking
But see, that's
a bookstore or some shit like that.
I would
They're
have
not
to
gonna do that
disagree.
because they feel that people looking at it from a business perspective are looking at it like, okay, if I open a fucking bookstore in a black area, the black community is not going to be interested in buying fucking
Okay,
books.
so let me debunk that. Where do they put bars at?
Bars are all over.
But no, it's not. No,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
not. You go to a black community, there's no bars in black communities.
Yeah, there
There's
are.
liquor stores and tell me a bar over there on 75th by 75th.
I mean, I have to drive.
Tell
over
me
there.
some bars over by
that's
79th.
he is right. There's not a
It's
ton of
not.
bars. There's way more liquor
It's more
stores.
liquor stores than bars. They put the bars in the white closer to the white communities,
Mm-hmm.
and they put liquor stores over by the black communities. And we're talking about Chicago, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of bars in black areas.
Okay,
But
what is
have to
Beverly?
fucking
What is Beverly? We just said it's mostly majority
Well,
white.
Beverly has a strip of bars, but that's
Do they?
yeah.
Not a stripper bar, a strip of
strip of
bars.
Oh,
bars,
a
yeah.
strip of
There she goes.
a
Back to
strip
the-
of bars on Western over there. You
Yeah,
got
she
like,
was reminiscing.
Yeah.
you got like all those Irish pubs on Western, like what 103rd or whatever. That's like a big strip
Yeah.
of bars. That's a popular area.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like like if you're talking about local taverns and shit like that, like corner taverns, I feel that that's all over Chicago.
It's
and
not.
even in the burbs.
It's
in,
not.
in black areas, Hispanic areas, white areas.
It's not. We
all-
letting you know. It's not.
Okay.
You might have one in an entire community. One.
Well, why do you feel that is? Like you're saying that more liquor stores versus bars. Why?
Because the reason I brought that up, because you're saying they're not going to put people in
Who
the
are-
ghetto or low income want to drink away their pain. But what I'm saying is
I'm
that
saying from the
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's how it is. I'm saying from the perspective of
of
a person opening a business, that's how they view it.
so. But this is what I'm saying. But they can open the bar. Why they're not opening bars? Since you're saying that's what they'll do. Why they're not opening bars in these areas?
I don't know. Maybe it's not like
They're not
I mean, is
allowing.
it
They're not
culture?
allowing, is what I'm saying. They're not allowing these liquor stores to go in certain neighborhoods. They're
But you
allowed
know
to
what?
go into these
This is
other
the thing,
neighborhoods.
though. Too. This is the thing.
like white culture has a
It's-
lot of bar culture. you
It's
know
a
what I mean?
lot of. That's why I always tell people, while you worrying about Trump, while you worrying about your president,
Mm-hmm.
you need to be worrying about your alderman.
Yeah.
Who the
Yeah.
hell is your alderman?
Yep.
Who the hell is your councilman?
That's
Who
true.
you know what I'm saying? These
your
are
governor,
the people,
your mayor,
right? They're the
everything.
ones affecting your everyday life,
Right.
not
Yeah,
just
local.
America.
Right.
Where you stay right now is being affected more by whoever your councilman, your alderman,
Right.
your whoever, what town you're in. If it's a president, those are the people you need to focus on, because those are the people that's saying yes to the liquor store.
I agree.
They're
with
the
that
ones
100%,
saying
dude.
no to a business that may uplift the community or what. They're the ones making these decisions, and we can't all like. I understand we want to go after the banks too, but at the same time we want to say, well, why are you allowing this but not allowing something else?
Yeah.
But
Why
people,
is it?
people don't focus on locality. You got a lot of people that vote. They only go out there for a presidential election. They're
I know,
not even showing up.
but that's my point.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
with
what we need to do. That's why instead of sitting down and complaining about what's going on in your neighborhood, why we got so many potholes, and you looking at like the mayor or something. No, just because you live in Chicago, the mayor don't know about your damn street. Your aldermen do.
Right.
That's who you go after. Those are the people that's supposed to be advocating for you to try to uplift that community, bring new businesses, help with what's going on in that particular neighborhood.
That's true.
But let me just say one thing. Like when we're going back to like talking about businesses, if you're a person that's opening a business, right, and you're approved for the loans, if you're opening a business, you're doing this to make profit. So when you look, if you're opening a business in a black community, a lot of stereotypes come into play of what type of business you're going to open, because it depends how you view the community. If it's a black owned business, you're going to know more about the culture of the locality. You know, like if you opened it over here,
there's no liquor stores with black owners in the community.
No, I know. I'm saying if you would open probably something else,
well, but
that is more beneficial.
But at the beginning, like you said, it's still dictated. Before you get a business on, the bank looks at your plan and what you're trying to do and where you're trying to do it at. Right. You got to have all those. Right. And whoever's doing that, whoever's that final person to say, let's go, they're the ones that's determining whether or not I'm going to even give you the money to start what you're going to start in that area. So if you're seeing that if the bank is like even the landlord, everybody, if you're looking and you're saying, man, this neighborhood is saturated with liquor stores. I'm the alderman. Yeah. I saturated. No, listen, no more. I'm not approving it. We not go give out no licenses or permits for any more liquor stores. That's why you seen there was a trend some time ago where people didn't open new bars or new liquor stores. They would just buy the existing one. Because they didn't want to go through because they were, some of them people were
the legality.
The aldermen and everything, or those people in power were just saying, no, we're not putting no more in.
Or
so they took a stand.
No liquor licenses.
But, that's what I mean.
But at the same time, yeah, you might be right. And they might do that. But as a person opening a business, they might say, well, you know what? If I can't open a liquor store, and you might get like 20 people that want to open a business in this black community. And they might say, if I can't open a liquor store, I'm not going to fucking open anything then. Forget it. So then you're going to have nobody opening any businesses.
But that's what it happens.
Because in their mind is a stereotype of what's going to make money in a black neighborhood. A liquor store and a fucking Chinese restaurant.
But I get it. But you're looking at the business part. All I'm saying is that to kind of round it down.
He always look at the business.
I get that's the point of opening.
No, I know. Yeah. But my thing is that we need to, whether we look at business or not, your legislation, Jesse Jackson, allowed these things to happen where everybody will be, have some equality within whatever neighborhood, even though we still get barriers. And that's what I commend about the man. Is because he still was fighting a good fight. Yeah. Even after getting bills passed, when there were situations where we didn't have equality, and we're talking about not just us, Hispanic people, Asian people, whatever, immigrants, whoever, there was still a fight to happen. What happened is that I think it just got overshadowed by the fact that because we tend to see more televised and more things happening to black people, that it became more of a black issue rather than the everybody issue. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we got to focus on is equality. It's not a singular issue. It's everybody's issue.
Right.
Everybody should be able to be amongst and intermingle with each other. Period.
I agree with you. I agree with you, and I think that you're right. I think that everybody that doesn't know the deeper details like that, views Jesse Jackson as just someone that advocates for black people.
We got to educate them because we got to stop making people like Jesse Jackson just a black history type of subject. These are American history.
Like
that's
Martin
why I
Luther
tell
King.
people, these are American because these things and events changed America. Not just for one type of people. Yeah. All these things, everything they did affected America. So we need to. They should be talking to people
but it was for a certain type of people to be part of America.
I get that. But once it happens, it becomes American history.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. Once it happened, it became American history.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by it. You can't. Why can't some of those points be added into it?
I agree with you because it's going to change. It's going to change the direction of everything. It's not just, even though it is uplifting the black community, it's also changing the way people form businesses together. Like you might have, a white guy going business with a black dude, in this area to get that loan, shit like that.
And he changed that.
That's what I mean.
That's something.
It's like all we do. We a movie come out and then that's how we find out. It needs to be taught.
Yeah.
America's history needs to be taught.
The fact that we can literally go to the show and we can all sit in the same space, we can stand in the same line and be treated equal. Hey, I'm in line. The white guy can be behind us or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is equal now. And I feel like that's amazing. Like that we have that now. To your point, I do feel like they don't make it like an equality thing. They don't show what all he do, or what he did. They kind of make it just a black thing, and that is an issue.
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
Well, I don't want to get into like conspiracies and shit, but I mean, don't you feel that they purposely do that to an extent because they do try to? It seems like the media wants to keep people divided.
Yeah,
so they're not going to show the non-division.
I don't think the media wants to keep people divided. It's not the media. They're putting out what's realistic and what's going on. There is some reality to it, right? So I mean, you can't talk about some shit that's not really going on. This is what's going on still, though.
Yeah,
so. They put out what's gonna toot your horn, if that's what you want to call it.
But right. They never put out stuff that's positive.
For what? That's not news. Who wants to look at it? Who wants to look at it?
I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No. So you want to turn on the news?
The news never have anything positive.
Hey, you want to turn on the news and said, "Hey, today we see a black guy and a white guy hugging." No, you don't.
I like to see that.
But
shit.
you know what? I feel sorry for where we are now. Because we need more.
That specific
we need more like Jesse Jackson. I mean, you just had another guy lynched in Alabama.
Yeah,
that was a news story. He just got lynched. We need more because don't be out here talking shit about people like Jesse Jackson and them if you're not out there marching.
Yeah.
If you're not out there protesting, if you're not out there advocating for what's right,
right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not defending those that can't defend themselves, don't come to me talking about, I don't give a everybody got they faults, but don't come talking that bullshit, sitting from your couch complaining. Get your ass up. Complain to me when I'm out there all day in the scorching heat trying to advocate for what's right. You know what I'm saying? Then we can talk together. We out there together. I got something to talk about.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Leota, you said that you heard stories of people saying negative stuff about Jesse Jackson growing up, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just heard basics.
No, I know. I'm saying
I don't really know like the details of why their opinion was.
Well, you stated that. You said that, but you said they talked about him, but they also talked about Jesus. You get what I'm saying? So it don't matter what good you do. Yep. They say Jesus was perfect, and people still talked about him. And they still nailed him to the cross. So I don't care what people say and opinions that they have. The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
It's not the words you say, it's the action you put into it. And he was about action.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So let those people continue talking.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and I don't know where it's going to get them, but he helped you and I to sit on this couch and talk to a lot of people and get across to a lot of people and love one another without looking at each other like, yo, your skin is different from mine. Yeah. That's the important part about it, and that's what we're trying to get at.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't tarnish that man's legacy, you assholes. That man did the work.
He did.
Yes, he did.
He did. I have another quote before we end the podcast. Y'all got anything else y'all want to put on the table?
That was mine. That lynching. Hey guys, it's not being televised.
Story about that.
I know, because it's not being televised. This is the second guy, I think, in the last couple months in the same area that was lynched. He was missing. They were looking for him. They found him hanging in a tree.
Yeah.
So this, what was it, Macon or something like that? Or,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but
and they know for sure he didn't suicide himself.
Bro, listen. I mean, listen.
Can't say that, right? I don't even know.
You know what I'm saying? You know how hard it is just get to hang yourself from a tree and all that stuff. And my thing is that whether it is, don't push it under the rug. Two people having to do it around the same place.
Right. And for you to even ask that question, you don't think it's he took his own life. Hold on, wait. That he took his own life when it's two people, not one person. The first person, you probably could have said it. Mm-hmm. The second person, what's the odd of everybody just taking their life that way?
I mean, the odds are not good.
In the same areas.
In the same area.
The odds are not good, but I mean, you know, I'd like to know more details.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Here's
That's what
the
I'm
thing.
saying.
Here's the thing. I feel like we have come so far from where we were. Okay. And that is, and thanks to Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King, all of the people that fought for us, but we still have so far to go.
We do.
Because at the end of the day, like Bugsy say, Black Power, it is still happening. It is still current. Racism is still real. Segregation is still real. So at the end of the day, you know.
And as Dave Chappelle say, white power. For my boy Leota, let's go.
I don't think, I'm going to say this. I don't think that at the point society's at right now, that there's black people getting lynched and hung from fucking trees. Dude.
Okay, if you say
in
so.
Alabama, I don't think so.
We're gonna let him have that.
I don't listen.
All
I don't
right.
think that happens. I'm saying for me to believe that shit, I have to see more fucking
that is proof crazy
of that happening.
No,
that's crazy.
In order for
It's
somebody,
fucking-
listen, in order for you to be able to believe it, you would have had to witness it happening.
And that's crazy.
I don't give a shit.
I
what,
need more proof, dude, because it's just, to me at this point of where society's at, it's too crazy for me. I don't think that shit exists anymore. I think the world is past that shit.
Because your people or your history didn't go through what our history and our people went through. So that's why you don't feel that
It's
way.
hard for him to see it.
You can't see it because it was different for you.
Maybe so. I just don't think that at this point I don't think there's anyone that would do that at this point.
But see, your attitude is a reason why it wasn't televised and it wasn't put out into the media.
And don't get me wrong, Leota, I understand, because I feel like I don't feel like I was brought up in a world where it was like these things were happening. I've been told these things have happened. So I'm like, for what I see equality. My kids go to school with Asians, Hawaiians, blacks, whites, whatever. And at the end of the day, I feel like, okay, well, we all together, like at this point. But the reality of it is that our history speaks differently.
Yeah, right. But I mean, that's like in like the fucking, you know, that's the 60s and shit like that. I don't know when was the last like big Klan era. Probably the 60s.
They
right?
still,
So,
what do you mean?
So let's say the 60s.
They still march. They march
like,
every year.
That's 65 years ago, but I don't think the Klan still exists, but they're not like a dominant.
And I was
Klan.
just like that. I was like, what? They don't exist. Like,
no, they still do exist. And
They still exist, but it's probably like 5 fucking hillbillies in fucking Arkansas.
Bro,
but they're still here.
Living in the fucking
After we
shed.
get off this, Google their last march and see how many people was out there.
yeah,
All right,
you
I
do
will.
that.
I
Okay.
will. But all I'm saying is, it just sounds too outrageous to me.
It
That
sounds
it was someone that's
outrageous.
fucking hung from a tree, like it's the fucking Klan area.
This is so.
I'd have to.
How
I
about
wanna
that
hear
other?
more
How
detail.
about that other college student that got hung from a tree? They found his body, arms broken,
I don't
and
know the
hung from a
details
tree.
in it, dude.
But that's what I'm saying. Just because you don't know the details, how the fuck is he gonna hang himself from the tree with broken arms?
I don't know, man. I gotta see the details, bro.
You
I
keep
can't just
saying
believe.
that's
I
not
can't
enough
believe
detail
I
for
don't-
you.
You keep
the
saying
shit that
I
you're
don't
saying.
know.
You want me to believe it is like me reading the headline and I just believe the fucking story. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a black dude
headline
getting
that
hung
you're
from
gonna-
a tree or a new fucking Spider-Man movie is coming out. I want to read more about the
Hey,
fucking details
but
before I
regardless
fucking
of
believe
what
it.
you read,
I have to formulate an opinion based on
Facts.
the facts that are in the fucking situation. I can't just, hey, yeah, black guy got hung from a tree. The Klan's fucking back. They're ready to attack.
That's not what it says. They're not going to say the Klan is back. But what we're telling you is his arms was broken in the news. What you're going to read, his arms was broken and he was hung from a tree.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's you're telling me a couple different details. And
I didn't know. I told you one detail.
Based on you being the person telling me, I don't know if that's the correct story. So,
Okay.
that's why I'd like to look
We're
it up.
going to let
first.
Leo to do
Yeah,
his
we gonna
research.
Let's hear your ending quote, bro.
Anyway, anything else, Lady P?
No,
Because you
that's
came
all.
in fucking late.
Sorry.
Came in late. And how about you, Mr. Hibernation?
Oh,
Right.
nah, I'm out of hibernation. You know.
Okay, the bear is
Right.
awake.
Ready, yeah.
The bear is up.
The Indiana Bear.
Yes, the Indiana bear. Anyway, quote I seen was, find something you love and you will never work a day in your life. Do y'all believe in that?
No,
Wait.
Fucking.
I believe in that.
I believe in that.
that's some bullshit. I
Then-
love cooking, but I'm still working.
That's
That shit's hard. I don't know what
Oh
you're
my
talking
God.
about. Listen, not whether I like the work, yeah, I like it, but it's still work.
no, absolutely. It's
I
still
agree
work,
with you.
but you love but you love it.
I do
Right.
love it.
It
But it's
makes the
work.
job. I think
makes
the
it
quote,
much easier, yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I think the quote takes it to the extreme level, but
No,
I think it
harder.
makes it better.
it's harder.
I-
I love it.
If we could,
But it's
hey,
harder.
dude. Say, wouldn't you love your job if we could just make fucking our money off this podcast
Absolutely.
and we could just do this and this is fucking how we, pay our fucking
Yeah,
bills
but
and shit.
when that work come in, I'm gonna be tired as hell. It's work.
This shit ain't work, dude. We just come here and fucking talk.
No, it'll be
man,
work.
promoting and all that.
Yeah,
it's
we're
work.
right now we're low on the totem pole, but once we get there, it will be work
Yeah.
because we have to stay there. We have to compete. We have to
Yeah.
do that.
If you
So-
believe
that-
that,
but
what
that-
you
but that
if
type
you
of shit
find
wouldn't be
something you
work for
love
me,
to do,
though.
it's not work. You delusional as shit
Yeah.
because it's you put more into it when you love it, so
Yes.
it's more work.
That
That's
shit
true.
wouldn't be work for me, dude. Promoting a podcast, going to events and shit like that. I love doing that shit.
I think
I love
it
talking
doesn't
shit.
feel like work when you love it. Like when you're in love with what you do, it doesn't feel like work. You think about going to work. You're like, oh, got to punch this clock again. Like it's a little different. It hits a little different. Like you love getting up and it doesn't feel like work.
I feel like if I
It
did-
feels like enjoyment.
You don't do
Right.
shit you love. That's
That's
why
not
I'm
true.
doing it, guys. If anybody's here doing it, I'm doing what I love, and I'm telling you,
It still
it's damn work.
and I love this podcast and I'm a photographer and I love photography, but when I'm doing photography, it's not work. I'm at weddings, enjoying myself. I'm at I'm in
That's
the
what I'm saying.
studio taking shots. You just picked a fucked up
No, I didn't.
situation.
Right.
That
That's a
means
fucked up
that
thing
means
to
you
love.
ain't really listen. If you love it, I'm telling you.
I
if
feel
you
if I
truly
loved
doing
it-
the work and you love it, it is work. Unless you just doing the minimum of bullshit.
No,
Like, bro,
you-
if
yours
it-
is just hard. That's all.
Yeah.
I think it's the type
I think
of
that's what it is.
shit you're
Photography
doing.
is hard too. He just used Kodak cameras.
But bro, it's the type. It's
The
the type of
ones
shit
you
you're
wind
doing.
up.
If you're doing cooking, but it's the direction of cooking you want it to go into. Like say you had your own cooking show and you can cook the shit you want to cook. See, the thing is that makes it work, I think, for you is the fact that you got to cook what the people are telling you and how much they're telling you to do. You're not doing
No,
it really,
I cook what I want.
but I mean, you're not always doing it your way.
It's the volume of
So-
cooking that make it hard.
Yeah. So like, say it's like they put in an order for this off your menu. You might be like, if you were able to just cook what you want for
what,
that
just
day.
let me bring it back. And then to get to where the point where I can relax like that,
Yeah.
great.
It's
But
all
when
it's,
you start something you love, it's hard as hell in the beginning, maybe.
well, it's
And
almost
right
like
now,
this.
that's what it is.
It's like this. Like to me, say if I was doing this podcast or if I was in the studio mixing fucking tracks or some shit like that, I would love doing it. And I think that I would love doing it so much that I would become a workaholic. I would do it more than I should. I would be in there fucking recording and doing shit.
That's exactly
It
what
would
I'm saying.
it would become my life, but I would love it would become my life because I love doing it.
Well,
I
listen.
wouldn't want to not be at work. But hold on. This is the point I'm trying to make. is like if I had to do a podcast, but I didn't get to talk about what I wanted to talk about, if I had some person giving me topics that I didn't like,
you couldn't.
Then you wouldn't enjoy it as much because you got to talk about shit you really ain't into. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Yeah.
I get what he's saying.
So you still love podcasting, but it makes
Christ.
it where
is it going to end,
job, but it's not, you don't love it as
we understand.
That's why I'm
totally fucking understand. Tell me you understand, Buzz.
No, Buzzy's scared to talk.
We understand you. God,
the listeners don't, though. The listeners don't understand. They need the details.
No, they understood a long time ago when you started.
It's just your long-witted ass.
Man.
I bet you they're going to rewind the shit back and try to listen again.
Anyway.
No, they going to skip over to the quote and then end it.
Yes, that's what they're going to do. So anyway, that quote is bullshit. Found it. I believe in it. You don't believe in it because you picked the sucky fucking gigs. And that wraps up the episode of Full Volume, No Filter. Whether you laugh, nodded, rolled your eyes, or all three, just know we appreciate you for rocking with us. From our messy mouths to your loyal ears, we love you loud. Until next time, stay real, stay loud, and
stay you. Full Volume, No Filter.